City is the place where you belong. Fuckwit City is the place where you belong. Fuckwit City, fuckwit City. Dragged you into it, you didn't care. It's lucky that you're a friend of Bobby Bear. Fuckwit City is the place where you belong. Fuckwit City is the place where you belong. Fuckwit City is the place where you belong. Fuckwit City, fuckwit City. Fuckwit City is the place where you belong. Fuckwit City is the place where you belong. Fuckwit City is the place where you belong. Fuckwit City, fuckwit City.
So gross. I reached out to Brian Bushfamily. I said, Brian, let's make this happen tonight. Let's finally get you and Henderson up here, and let's finally take care of business. He said he would be here within the hour. He had to charge his phone, and Anderson's supposed to be here. I gave Anderson a link. He hasn't showed up yet. So we're waiting for both of them to show up. They're finally going to go at it. I think Anderson. The last text message I got from Anderson was like, "I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if he's scared of Brian Bushfamily. I know that for a fact. I guess we can, Anderson. If you do this to me on the first show, Anderson, you can't do this to me. There's going to be breaking news about John Camillo soon, I guess. I ain't fucking going to tell the story. I told him, I said, John, you shouldn't tell anybody about this. And he goes, well, Lolly knows. Why the fuck would you tell Lolly? Out of all the people, dude, why the fuck would you tell Lolly about that? And he had me on the phone the whole time all this was going on. And John, I'm going to be honest with you, John's not a nice guy when it comes to the cops at all. I thought he was going to kill somebody. But I'm sure that's going to come out very soon. I'm not going to do anything with it. Are you still upset, Dave? No, I'm not. Where is Lolly these days? Woody, wait, just wait until this comes out. This is fucking pathetic. John called me today, and I'm like, John, where you been? And All I'm hearing in the background is "fuck you," fucking all this shit. I'm like, John, what the fuck is going on over there? What the fuck is going on? I'll call you back. Then he's in the fucking police department, screaming at the fucking cops. John, did John and Lolly get married? No, I hope not. I hope not. I really hope not. But if Lolly knows anything about this, John, I really don't know why the fuck you would tell Lolly Cunningham about this. Anyway, I'm still waiting for fucking Anderson. I figured we'd get Anderson up here first, and then Brian would come up. Anderson, you can't do this to me on the first fucking show. Anderson, if you do this to me, all right. Anderson was supposed to be the first guest. All right, he's supposed to make the first guest appearance, and again, I don't know where the fuck you are, Anderson. I dropped you the link. I told you 20 minutes, and I dropped you the link, and you're still not here. I missed the beginning. Tell her about what and why was he at the police, Woody. I'm sure you guys will find out, and you know what? I told John not to tell anyone. He told Lolly, and supposedly this is real. I'm telling you right now. I was on the phone the whole time, or not the whole time, but for most of it, and I wasn't even there, and it was awkward as hell. But hopefully this the police. Woody, this isn't even a joke. This started. I got this phone call at what, like maybe 2 o'clock, 2 this afternoon, and I just recently got off the phone with him, maybe like an hour ago. Actually, maybe not even an hour ago. And John, you can't have that on your record, man. You cannot. Yeah, I know, Charlotte, but here's the thing. This is real. This isn't fucking fake gossip. This isn't fake gossip at all. I'm serious. Stop it with the Yenta stuff, girls. We're talking big fight here. Anderson versus a Bushfamily, for God's sake. Yeah, guys, listen. I don't know if you know about Brian Bushfamily. Brian Bushfamily came out today and said not only is he physically disabled, but he's also mentally disabled, according to the state of what is that, North Dakota? I think he's from, or something like that. And you know, he's super hyper focused on Anderson now because I had told Brian Bushfamily that Anderson Henderson was dating a 16-year-old. Brian Bushfamily came out and said, "You know what? I hate guys who do that. I think it's disgusting." Anderson Henderson's supposedly 38 years old. He's running around with a fucking 16-year-old, and he talked about wearing Anderson Henderson's flesh and cutting his head off. Woody, wait until you see this guy. This guy is one scary fuck. He said that he had blacked out for a year and a half, and Depakote does not work on him. They accidentally gave that to him one year, and he got tased 27 times by the police, knocked 2 police officers out. All right, and he blacked out for a year and a half. Believe it or not, and he sued the state. He sued the state. I don't know how true this is, but he's also going through issues with his next door neighbor, where he thinks it's going to end up in a gunfight and possibly death. He hates people who abuse animals. And yes, of course, he is allergic to water. Allergic to water, which I don't even think is possible. But he says he's allergic to water. This guy's name is Brian Bushfamily. He should be here within the hour. He really hates Anderson Henderson. And I told Anderson Henderson about this. And Anderson was like, "Well, where's he from? Because this guy's like kind of scary." I'm like, Anderson, I knew him from Dr. Fish. He's Dr. Fish's friend. This guy is one scary dude. I actually plan on having him over in the winter. He said he wants to come up in the winter and go to New York City, so I told him he could stay at my house. But yeah, this guy's fucked up. But he's also a nice guy, very nice guy. He actually works at he volunteers at a daycare center for children. And I said to Brian, I was like, no, Brian, no offense, but I was like, I don't know if I'd be okay with you watching my kids. He goes, no. He goes, I love kids. I love kids. For real. That's what he told me. Drinking it or washing? No, I think he could wash, Charlotte. He can wash, but he cannot drink. He said drinking water is like taking a handful of dirt and trying to swallow it. He said he cannot do it. He also has another disorder where the stomach acid actually comes out in his poop, believe it or not. So he's all fucked up. He was raped as a kid. He told me the story about him being raped as a kid, where he was at a sleepover and a 18 or 20-year-old got on top of him while he was sleeping, put the hand over the mouth and said, "Don't tell anybody." Swear to God, true story. This guy is the most interesting man I think I've ever met in my life. Missing a lot of teeth. He's a gypsy, Yugoslavian gypsy, and he's living in, I think, one of the Dakotas. So I do not know where Anderson Henderson is. This wasn't a fucking joke. I'll be right back. Let me call this fucking clown. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, so I'm not really sure where the hell this guy is. Charlotte, why won't he tell us about John? Because Witty, um, I don't. This isn't good. This isn't even like funny. It's not. It's not even funny. Hold on, let me see. Okay, guys, great. We have the great, the legendary Anderson Henderson. Hey, Anderson, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Noodles? How you doing?
Great. So where were you?
What do you mean?
I just dropped you the link like 20 minutes ago.
I was listening, and then when you called me, I was already waiting in the room. You just didn't see me, I think, and then I had to restart it. Yeah,
all right.
it was just technical stuff.
So now, what do you know about this guy, Brian Bushfamily? Because I contacted you a while ago about this guy, and he was like hot on your tail. He said he wants to fight you and all this stuff.
Well, the fact is that he's got holes in his ceiling. I mean, it looks like a cat burglar done broke through and came through the tiles. I've got tiles in my ceiling, and the raccoon might fall through at any time.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like raccoons fall through his all the time. I mean, he's got one of the dirtiest, most junked up, disgusting, unsafe houses. I guarantee there's all types of spiders, those dangerous, poisonous spiders like fucking brown
Brown
recluse or
recluse.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely running around there. And either that or somebody's throwing grenades on his roof and it's blowing the fucking ceiling out. I mean, I don't get it. Why is that happening, Noodles?
I think that Brian doesn't have much money, or he works for very little. As you know, Brian's disabled mentally and physically. So, according to Brian, but so what's
Well, I
so
mean, everything. Look, everything I'm seeing Brian Bushfamily do is him acting like he's better than everybody else. Every time he's live, he's always, "This guy lives in an apartment, haha." Then he walks into his junkyard fucking house.
yeah.
So he's a hypocrite too. Immediately, I saw that he's got about 3 or 4 teeth left in his head, and those teeth even look fucking disgusting.
So let me ask you a question: are you afraid of this guy, or
Afraid of him? No, I was thinking earlier that I'd like to fight him in a barn painted red and the winner gets a cage full of roosters. But I thought, that's just not good enough for Henderson. So if I beat him in a fight, I also want his 350-pound wife.
how do you know his wife is 350 pounds? Because everyone's been saying that on his channel, that his wife's fat, his kids are mulatto or something like that.
Well, I figure his wife's probably half of his weight, so 350,
Well, hopefully he gets up here soon. I told him to come by. Let me see. Let me see if I can drop the link. Maybe he's watching. Yeah, but this guy wants to destroy you. Absolutely destroy you.
Well,
Hopefully he shows up.
Maybe he'll get his chance.
So, have you heard anything about John Camillo? Did you hear what happened?
Well, I heard a little bit about what you said. You said he might have even married Lolly. There was police involved. He doesn't like the police, and yeah,
Not Lolly, not Lolly.
Oh, so
yeah. I heard on the phone with this guy. Right, he called me up maybe 4 times. One of the times he calls me up, and I'm like, John, what's going on? And he's like, oh. And then all of a sudden I hear, excuse me, sir. And he's talking to this cop. And he goes, I was fucking assaulted in your fucking precinct last month. And then they're screaming back and forth. Him and this fucking cop. And then he hangs up the fucking phone.
Yeah. Well, that's weird.
Hung up the fucking phone. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I don't know what happened to John. I don't know if I mean, this is real, dude. This is real, because I heard the screaming prior to this, and then he was in the police department.
Huh.
So
what was his last thing that he was doing, like when he was in the game? I remember his last live stream, but it didn't seem like he was really having that much issues. So
no, it was just him and Lolly. And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden he disappeared. And I said to John, I said, is this the reason why I haven't seen you? He goes, yeah. No, Woody, it's something that's on your record forever. You can't just do that. that shit follows you. He's gonna have to go to superior court over this.
Right. Well, I mean, I've learned that when you go to court, it's not good to act rebellious. Just, it's better to pay and go away. But if you even get in that situation, better to avoid the situations. But, he does seem like that type of guy where if he gets in a situation, he's going to try to troll you. And a lot of cops aren't going to deal with that shit. So he might take offense to they don't like his sense of humor. Then it escalates. You know how these guys are.
There was no sense of humor. Telling you, no sense of humor.
Well, does he he has a history of suing him, doesn't he? He doesn't like him for a long time.
Yeah, but I don't think this has anything to do with the lawsuit, dude. The way he talked to them was like he owned those fucking cops. He owned those fucking cops. He wasn't afraid of those cops. But what is going on, he's not going to make any money off this, and it's going to be on his permanent record.
Right. I mean, like I said, I even said this earlier on my live stream. I've used up all my credit with HPD. If I start any shit like I've done before, they're just going to throw me in jail immediately and probably won't let me out for a long time. So I realized that I got out of that whole videotaping me fight with cops stuff. I proved enough, but at the end of the day, you're right. I mean, if he's out doing it, maybe he's not doing it for that. Maybe he literally has this thing deep inside where he has this, vengeance towards cops, and he's going to fight them until the day he dies, and he'll never, submit to the authority of the police or something. Maybe it's that.
I think he does. I think he does have a problem with authority because the way he jumped on that cop, man. I was like, whoa.
Oh,
Like,
hey, Mr.
he's got,
T.
oh, hey, Mark,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I was just saying what's up. But yeah, you're right. He jumped on that cop verbally, right? And he
Yeah.
was being
Oh,
very,
yeah.
was he domineering to the cop? Do you think the cop was scared? Of course they'd be scared. It's John.
I wouldn't want any kind of confrontation like that, especially around any other guys with guns. All right, and if I was carrying a gun and someone confronted me like that, I'd be nervous that I had to fucking pull out a gun and shoot somebody.
Dude,
You know what I
John
mean?
Camilla's
John,
a tank. He's a
yeah,
tank,
he's not a
dude.
small guy. He's not a small
No,
guy.
it's not just that. It's not just that. He's capable. He's not just a big, strong guy like Rich Piana, but he can't move. He can't. John Camillo can run farther and longer and harder than me, and he weighs double me or something. He weighs like way more than me.
Yeah, dude.
So,
I never
he's
showed you.
capable, dude. Yeah.
I never showed you the pictures of him when he was young, dude. He looked like no joke, Jesse Ventura. He was
Right.
like
And
Jesse Ventura. This guy.
dude, to this day, he's still got a rock hard body. It's just he's bigger now, and it's not really as proportioned as a younger guy's body is, so it's not as aesthetically pleasing, but he's still got a rock hard body. And the thing that scares me about him is that when that guy comes at you, because he runs a lot, it creates more proteins in your brain. So when people hit your chin, you don't get knocked out as easy. And he runs a lot, and he's big and strong and heavy. I mean, that'd be a hard dude to even counter fight. Like a big heavy dude like that, you got to move backwards and punch them as they're coming at you, try to counter them. And for him, it would be hard because he would eventually just run you down like a tank. I'd be scared as fuck if I had to fight him and he was angry.
You got to remember where he's from, too. He's from South Jersey, right? And these guys from South Jersey, I'm telling you right now, they spent their weekends going to the boardwalk and fighting people. That's all they fucking did. They would start fights on the boardwalk with fucking people nonstop. John was one of those guys. I could fucking tell.
Right. And guys like that, guys like who are really confident with their masculinity, like they're not really physically afraid of people, those usually do end up being the funnier guys that like to be sarcastic, more like him.
Yeah, so this is what's scary about John, right? John's very jolly. He's very pleasant on the phone. Whatever. Hey, Dave, what's going on? Haha. And then you hear him fucking just like, dude, like 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds. Like, and telling this guy like no, fuck you. And like it sounded like, remember when you were a kid? You ever hear an adult like yell at another adult? That's how I felt.
Yeah, it's kind of scary sometimes if that happens. It's like shit gets real all of a sudden. And here's the thing, man. Let me explain something about a guy like John Camillo. I knew guys like this. I grew up loving a guy like this that was kind of like a surrogate father to me. But he grew up in Vietnam, so he wasn't afraid of anybody, and no cops wearing a uniform. It's like these guys like John and these other guys, they know what they're capable of, and they've done it before. So just because some guy puts a uniform on and he can pass the physical fitness test, that does not mean anything to John. And if he feels that you're going against what he feels is correct in his mind morally, then you fucked up with or without a badge. And I'd be afraid with or without a badge.
John's always been fair with me, dude. He's never raised his voice to me. He's never threatened me. The only time I've ever seen this guy get mad was when his daughter was getting harassed. And at the time he was blaming Beasley and whatever. And one day he got excited at me, not like at me, but he's like, Dave. He's like, they're fucking, this is my daughter. Like dude. And he didn't. It wasn't inappropriate or anything. But anyway, my point is that John's like a very calm guy, but he gets lit up, man.
Well, there's another side to certain men. Some men have the darkest side you can have, but they can control it. Like, I think he can control it. I think he's a good guy. He belongs in society, but some guys can't, and they go to prison. Hey now, Wingstar. She said, long-time listener, first-time caller. But, yeah, I mean, John Camillo, I think that he's really funny, and, he's true to his word. You know, there's a lot of guys out here claiming I do this, I do that. He actually put up videos where he was running for the better part of an hour,
Yeah,
nonstop. So, I mean, he really backed up a lot of it. But at the end of the day, I mean, I hope he doesn't end up in jail or killed over this whole fighting the cops. Because at the end of the day, the cops are always going to win. I knew that. Went ahead and paid because you can't beat 'em. I can argue this shit and stay in court and get it my own attorney. This is bullshit because you're going to lose anyway, and you're just going to lose. So he
yeah.
needs to
There's
stop
later
fighting the
days.
cops. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't fight with cops like that, dude.
So let me ask you a question because this has been a topic for a couple days, and it has to do with you. All right.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened with you and Jasmine? Because Charlotte's saying she's not talking to you anymore. She just left the stream. She doesn't want to have anything to do with you. What happened?
Well, she already got blocked off my channel before she could say she doesn't want anything to do with me. So that's the facts right there, number one. And number
Hmm.
two, I'm not the one that was threatening to have somebody else go and carry out a murder for me and act like I'm a badass and take it seriously, not take it as no fucking joke, Noodles. I'm not the one that did that, and then everyone else is thinking I'm some fucking sweet walking the plank. This is what happened, bro. And you know what? At the end of the day, I forgot about this. You're only as good as the company you keep. And she is fucking best friends with Charlotte W., that we all know is an instigator, and we know she's done very dirty shit that I've never done, at least not in this fucking realm over here. Maybe in the olden days when I was young and dumb, but I've never done anything like that these days. And, especially not with none of these people. And Charlotte just seems to have never grown up. Charlotte W., it seems like she's almost 50 and she just doesn't understand that you got to have some fucking logic, and you not everything you can rationalize that you're correct. Sometimes you're wrong, ladies. You're not always right. And whenever I'm fucking arguing something and they try to argue something that I'm not talking about, and they go, "Oh, I'm right. I'm right. I see you're wrong." And I'm saying, "Well, that's not the argument, though. The argument is what I'm saying, and you're coming off with a different argument that you're right on, but I'm right on my argument." Does that make sense? You know how women do that shit.
Okay, but what happened?
I just fucking
Like
told you.
No,
Somebody
you're saying yeah.
somebody said they can have somebody whack Mark. Okay? This is what happened,
Oh,
bro. And yet everyone else out here, oh, this person's so sweet, this person's up to all these good things. Yeah, right, dude. You all don't know the truth about people. Remember when everyone else thought someone else was this nice, young, sweet person, and then they turned out to be a fucking meth abusing, psychotic hooker? Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't know the truth, but I get in deep enough because they want to tell me the truth about them because they want to get close to me. And guess what? I'm appalled at what I see. I'm disgusted.
out that Anderson. Fucking Bergs. Sorry, Bergs fucking called me. I'll be right back. Fucking
All
asshole.
right. Yeah, go talk to Bergs. Everybody hit up paypal.me/Henderson. We're getting the ball rolling. Me and my son Noodles, we're doing new things. We're joining forces in a different way than ever before.
This
We're
fucking guy.
uniting so that we
This
can
fucking.
take this thing to
This
another
fucking guy
level.
Bergs. This guy Bergs. He knows I'm fucking doing a live stream, right? He fucking
Right.
calls me up. He goes. LA Beast was live, and I kept asking him, were you ever a postman? And he said no. Of course he's gonna tell you no. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want fucking Bergs knowing what he did. Bergs, you're a fucking loser, dude. You're a fucking loser. The guy was my postman for like 2 years. What a scumbag. Anyway, so these bitches were gonna kill Mark Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, they threatened.
But why would they go after Mark? Like what did
Because
what is Mark?
all right, because at the time, all right, me and Mark, I don't think we were getting along. And Mark was being like really randy and trying to hit on all these women, and of hitting on someone, knowing, because at the time we were beefing, knowing my connection to this person, and they said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got a crazy motherfucker that's half retarded, and he doesn't care if he goes back to prison. I can use him to kill Mark. He lives in Alabama. Okay, and you know what,
Come
Noodles?
on.
I have proof. Oh no, no, no! I have proof. This was all in text. It wasn't said. I have proof. And you know what? This is why I told people, don't ask me. Go ask the other party, and we'll see what they say. Don't
Let me ask you.
depend on what I
Let me
say.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a
What?
question. I'm gonna put it in the private chat, and tell me if this person had anything to do with it. All right, hold on.
All right, hold on. Let me check it. Hey, what's up, Ginger Mystery, Secret Text Messenger 12, Wingstar, of course. Mr. T, I think he's lurking probably. Charlotte ran away with her tail between her legs because she knows she's wrong. No, she doesn't have anything to do with it at all.
Okay.
She's completely innocent. Yeah, she's an innocent person
So,
in it all.
because I always had a suspicion that they were like all in cahoots. You know,
Well, you know what?
I was
That may
never
be
really
true.
sure.
That may be true, but at the end of the day, I actually like her, and she's really nice and everything. I don't think she ever did anything wrong, you know.
You know, so you're saying that Jasmine Star and Charlotte W were talking about actually having Mark roughed up, maybe possibly killed.
No, Charlotte W had nothing to do with it. I was using that as leverage to force Charlotte W out of the game, and guess what? It's working. I came in here and she scurried away. So apparently Anderson wins again. Now I
But
know
I
what you
don't.
said.
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
I just don't understand why she would run away. Why would Charlotte W run away if it was that other person that tried to do it or talked about it?
Because I said that I will release this evidence that nobody can refute and ruin the reputation of you know who in order if she doesn't walk away from the game. And I know you said you want everyone in the game and Charlotte W this and that. You know what? Charlotte W might be better if she's not in the game. If she doesn't care about us, then she can't do the evil deeds that we all know she's done and continues to do daily.
Yeah. No, that's
And
why
wait. Hold on. I'm sorry, but let me say, yeah. I mean, I do have connections to a lot of people that don't like Charlotte W. But this has nothing to do with me and Charlotte W. This is about how she's acted, the types of unfair ways that she's played this game that you know I don't like. So at the end of the day, she's fired, and I'll make sure she stays fired too.
Do you think that Charlotte W works for someone or works under someone or is told what to do? I mean, other people have to know what she's doing besides
Um,
you know who.
Everything's a possibility.
Yeah. Because I get, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. The one person that I get the most like text messages on daily, and don't blame Matt. Don't blame Matt because it's not Matt, but it is Charlotte W. A lot of people, a lot of people. Winnie, I'm being serious. You know, accuse Charlotte W of doing a lot of crap, and the only thing I can say about that, Anderson, the only thing I
Right.
can say about that is that there are a lot of haters out there, right? And when people hate, sometimes they pick on a specific person, and it's usually the person they hate. You know what I mean? And you know,
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, Abby's always saying that you pick on people you like. I mean, at the end of the day, look, man. Hey, early riser, what's up? Great to see you in the chat, buddy. And hey, look, I don't know, man. I mean, what do you want me to say? I don't know what to tell you, dude, about that whole
yeah.
thing. I don't know what to say.
All right. So let me ask you a question. What's going on? I heard there was a story. I don't know if you. I'm surprised it never made it out. And I think the reason why it never made it out was because Camilo disappeared. But
Mm,
the Abby and Melton John thing. Did you hear about that?
probably, but you can refresh my memory.
So Abby actually met with Melton John recently. And
Right.
remember the story that Melton John was on probation?
Yeah.
So you heard this, right? This happened a while ago, like a couple months back.
No, I didn't hear that they
I
had
heard it
ever
a couple
met.
months back.
No, I didn't hear that they had ever met, and honestly, hearing that, I'm very skeptical because she acts like, he disappeared and she's never seen him again, and she like would do anything to talk to him again. That doesn't sound like somebody that had met him a couple months ago. Maybe, but maybe, it could have
So
happened.
so
I
so
just don't know why they
so
would.
what I heard,
I think why wouldn't she have
yeah.
publicized it though?
I mean, is this something that we're going to talk about or no? Because if not, then I'll leave it
Yeah,
alone.
yeah.
But
What do you mean?
all
Yeah, of
right.
course.
So can I tell you what I heard or what I
Yeah,
saw? I I
yeah.
saw a thread between John Camillo and Melton John, where Melton John was saying that he met up with Abby, they had sex, there was an altercation, there was a dog involved, like someone had a dog or something like that. They, yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm serious. And Melton, and this is no joke. I saw this, and John's swearing by it. That Melton assaulted this dog and got arrested for that. He actually said that him and the reason why the dog came after him, he was at some house or whatever that they were at. They had sex. There was a fight. The dog, I guess, kind of got violent with Melton. Melton picked the dog up. The owner called the cops, and Melton was placed under arrest for actually roughing up this dog, and he got
Right.
probation. Is that even
Well,
true?
look, man, I'm just hearing that story reminds me of my whole last year of life. So I'm just so happy that I'm completely single now. It feels so good and free. Like I'm so much
Uh,
more relaxed than ever. So yeah, look, man, I mean, at the end of the day, if they did that, then I wouldn't be, it's not above them to that have happened. Sure, it definitely, look, if I had to guess, I'd bet that it did happen because they had lived near each other so long and she loved him so much and he thinks he can get money out of her or something. I don't fucking know, but, much luck to both of them. We'll see what happens.
so now, Witty Ginger Mystery is asking, ask Anderson why he has not given Abby a kidney. What's the deal
Well,
with that?
well, I mean, honestly, I did a year ago around this time. I talked to Abby and I said, do you want the kidney? You can do this. And she started saying, no, I don't want the kidney. I want you to marry me if you're going to give me the kidney and, do this whole family thing. I said, I'll give you the kidney, but I don't want to do all that, especially because you can't fucking listen to anything and you run your mouth and you're so dominant and it's just hard to deal with. And I know that. And I don't want to be in that type of extremely pressurized situation. And so then she's like, well, fuck you. Then I can get a kidney off my mom if I really wanted one. I don't need your damn kidney. So that happened. And then, that was that. And then I've even said again recently to her, I said something about a kidney again, and I don't know. That whole thing with her kidney, like I said, I'm starting to believe maybe this whole thing was just a scam. I mean, yeah, she does go to the hospital and act like she's getting dialysis, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe she isn't. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know.
The first person to ever say that to me, and I remember contacting this person. I said, "Hey, Abby's in the hospital again," and the person that we both know said, "Dude, don't believe everything you see from her." So what do you mean? And
Look,
she goes, "Yeah." I mean, for her to say that, dude, for that girl to say that, that was one of her biggest supporters. That was someone that was constantly giving her money.
I know,
So why would
so.
she tell me that?
Well, look, here's just a fact of the world that, people can take it for what it's worth. I mean, you can just walk into a hospital and sit there and, make a little video and then turn the camera off and start talking. And you could be walking back home and go to your home and talk. And we would never know if you actually were still at the hospital or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally could walk to the hospital now, go in and show people, look, I'm live at the hospital, show the emergency room signs and show all the doctors, and then just took my camera off and walk home and pretend I'm going to stay there all night getting dialysis. I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is, but that could be happening. I mean, we don't know. It's the internet, dude. And after all the lies I've been through on the internet, come
Yeah.
on, man.
So now let me ask you a question. These people that actually donate money, right? Like, I mean, the people that actually donate good money. Now, I'm not talking about $5. And $5 is great, right? You appreciate when people give you $5. But
I
you
mean,
know, there's people
$5
out there
is a
that
decent donation.
yeah, I mean anything, and if anyone could give you anything, I mean I know Bergs cries about pennies and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's a donation, right? Someone's
Right,
giving you something. Anyway, I'm
right.
talking about people that give hundreds of dollars to these poor saps that fucking complain about their lives. All right,
Yeah.
somehow these people have the money to give other people that cry on YouTube. What do you
Well, it's
think
not like,
about Botter? What do you think about
yeah.
fucking Botter going around and fucking running these people off? Do you think that's planned? Because
I mean,
dude, yeah,
okay, so like, let me tell you what my stance is on that. I know this because if you come on here and beg, you're going to make more money than if you come on here and do really good content like what we're doing right now and you don't ask for money, then you won't really get nearly as much. You have to beg for it and people will give you way more. That's what it is. You got to
yeah,
constant,
but
but then again, like, good, yeah.
why would Botter be trying to run these people off? He just ran someone off, dude. He just ran someone off that has been giving fucking very good donations to people for a very long time. And this fucking guy, I'm telling you right now, Botter, stop harassing people. Leave people
Oh,
alone.
oh, okay. So he's not running off the e-beggars, he's running off the donators to the e-beggars?
Yeah. Yes. This person's never done fucking anything to anyone except giving them fucking money.
Hmm.
Unfucking real, dude. Unfucking real.
So he's running off the local investors. That's strange. I mean, I guess. Well, what does he want? He wants to ruin the community and like stop people from having motive to come here. Or something?
I guess so. This is what I'm getting at. I told him last night. I said, you know what, dude? You keep doing this shit. I'm gonna pretend like I don't even fucking know you. He called me 5 times last night. I said, who's this? I don't know you. You got the wrong phone number and hung up on him. And he goes, oh,
Right.
please, stop. Dude, Botter, I'm telling you right now. You keep this shit up, dude, I'm gonna pretend like I don't know you. Botter who? I can't believe you fucking did that, Botter. And I'm telling you, it definitely was you. And if it wasn't you, I apologize. But Botter, if you fucking did that, you're a scumbag. You're a big time scumbag. You're taking money from people that come on here and fucking and provide content for people, and they get donations, and this person or these people that he's been running off, dude, are people that give hundreds of dollars.
All right.
I mean, let's say he hates Bergs, right? And this is the reason why he's doing it. Because this is why I truly believe he's doing it, because he's trying to hurt Bergs. He's not
Right.
only hurting Bergs, he's hurting you. He's hurting Craig. He's hurting anyone else that was getting donations. Mark?
Well, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but nothing's been fucking with my donations. I've been at an all-time high, especially lately. So, I mean,
Yeah.
every now and again, you got to pull back. But I think that I did it at the right time this summer. I disappeared for a month and then I came back. This was the perfect thing. People are going back to school, going back to work, coming off vacation. They want high-level entertainment. They're not getting it right now. They're tired, and this is the perfect time to strike. And I feel sorry for these other. I told you these numbers they were telling me earlier. I was laughing at them. I'm like, "Are you serious?" Bergs is coming off with what he is, and these other people they were telling me, and I'm just like Michelle Marie Delaney. I said, "Oh my god!" Like I don't even sell merch, and people have always told me for over 10 years that I should, but I don't even do that, and I'm fucking cashing out way over them. And I'm sorry to brag. It's not about me being bragging or arrogant. It's just that I think
It's the
at the end of the day.
possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, there's possibilities out there. Like I said, I'm completely single and I'm not tied to anything restricting me. So people know that right now, Henderson, especially at this age I'm at in my prime, I'm going to be doing huge things today, yesterday, tomorrow, last year. You know what I've been into, and I got big things coming up, real big. And you do
Who was
too.
who was the girl in the video?
Dude, I've got so many fucking videos with so many random women in it, dude. I can pick from a whole fucking list, dude. I'm sorry, Noodles, but it is what it is, dude.
All right. So people want to know. They want to know how come Henderson keeps jumping from channel to channel. Dude, I said Henderson's live last night. People were like, I can't find his channel anymore. Like they lost track. Why do you
Look,
keep jumping from channel to channel?
look, I mean, this year something happened to me that I never thought would happen since I've been performing in 2008. I've been getting terminated on accounts ever since I started. Ever since like maybe my third week in the game, I think I got terminated on my first account. Chad will cock slap you, a legendary YouTube character that I played before Anderson Henderson. Now, um, I got to a point this year where Vice decided to lock in my views. So now I can claim all these hundreds of thousands and eventually millions of views, and nobody can ever flag them. So I decided, hey, I can pop around in accounts. I can do this, that, and fuck with the audience. I don't really care anymore because it's all locked in. I proved what I had to do in this game. I can go to any company and say, hey, I've been on Vice, and look at how many millions of views I got. Look, dog, look at how I perform. Hey, I can get fucking jobs now because of this. And you know what, man? I don't even need them. I can just keep doing my own thing and I'll be successful at that. But at the end of the day, man, I realize that organization is really the true key to success. And Noodles, you were one of the most organized, thoughtful individuals I've ever met. And I said, you know what, Noodles, you are part of the key to success. Now, is Berg's going to join in on that and do what's necessary? Is there going to be a fucking self-centered, guy? And I don't like this that he's always drunk at 6 a.m. and tries to pop in on your morning show all drunk and shit, acting belligerent. I don't like when he does that. I think it's disrespectful to me and you.
Yeah, he's a man of convenience, and he's a man of himself. He doesn't think about anyone else. He doesn't care about anyone else. The guy, I'll get a phone call from the guy, and he'll say, "Oh, where were you last night? I was live." Where was I, dude? Every single time this guy goes live, every fucking time this guy goes live, I go in there, say something. He goes, "Fuck you, Noodles. You're gone. You're blocked. Whatever." Either he's trolling me, or he's that fucked up, man. I can't play with this guy anymore. He's unreliable. And you know what's fucked up? You know what's really fucked up? Jill's a solid lady. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Jill's a nice woman.
Right.
Jill wanted to do a show with this guy. He ruined it. Ruined it. They were gonna do a show together, drunk or not, whatever. Bergs
Right.
decided, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it because he doesn't want Jill getting any money. I'm telling you.
No,
He thinks if he comes
you know
on here
what
and
it
you make
is?
money, dude, you owe him.
Well, dude, you know what it might be? It might be that he's afraid she'll find another man if she goes public on here all the time.
That's possible because he did get upset when he found out that she was talking to me.
Yeah. Well, there you
He
go. He's
did get
very
upset.
overpossessive.
But here's the thing: this guy calls me up on the phone. I'm with Pete, right? I'm in
Yeah.
Oregon, hanging out with Pete. He's demanding that I cam up with her, and he wants to see her tits. You know what I mean? Like he's a pig.
Right. Right. He's going over the line, and it's because he was drunk. I guarantee he didn't do that when he was probably sober, right?
Dude, he blames everything on alcohol. Everything on alcohol. He's not,
Right.
dude. I'm telling you, it's his scapegoat. It's his clutch, and it's his scapegoat. So, I don't know if you know. I'm actually planning on doing a hit piece on White Tupac.
Oh, hell
Did you hear
yes,
about that?
I'm down. Hell
Yeah.
yes.
So I want to get the I want to get the records of this guy, when he was arrested, what year he was active as a drug dealer, right?
Right.
Um, and then I want to find out, in the area that he was dealing drugs, how many kids overdosed on the drugs that he was selling. Now you can't prove it, right?
Right. You can't
Red Power.
prove it.
Yeah.
Period. Blue
You cannot.
Powerade, son.
Right. You can't prove it, but I will. I want to point this out, that whatever this guy was selling, and we know he wasn't just selling bud.
No, it's
He's
cocaine, wasn't it?
responsible. Yeah, he's responsible. He is responsible as a human being for the deaths of those people, or the deaths of those children.
Right. And we don't know. And you know what? Maybe this happened. Maybe because one of them kids became a drug addict, they didn't just end up dead themselves. Maybe they went on to rob banks to get more drugs because they're addicted because of him, and they end up killing people during the robberies. This happens all the time at liquor stores. They shoot clerks and take 200 out the register. Hey, Wingstar. Yeah, this is a Capricorn conversation. And you know what,
Yes.
Ginger Mystery? Yeah, it's funny that you also heard that, and from about Abby and the fact that we don't even know 100%. I mean, I would assume it's true because, but you never fucking know.
Now, I heard actually through Brian Bush family that Brian Bush family had a problem with White Tupac, and he told me that the woman that he lives with is actually his sister, and the reason why he knows that is actually through Dr. Fish. Dr.
Okay.
Fish told him that's actually his sister. Did you know
So
that?
wait. So I assume this honestly based on the way he looks and everything, the way he talks and his teeth. But I assume so. His sister is who he's living with in that house.
Yeah, that's his sister. He doesn't. It's supposedly like an apartment or something like that. It's not a trailer. It's some kind of like duplex. I don't know. Brian was trying to explain it to me, and he's like, yeah, that's actually his sister. He tells everyone it's his girlfriend. It's actually his sister.
Ew. So do you think it's just because he's embarrassed that he lives with his sister, or do you think it's because he's fucking her?
He looks like a sister fucker, right?
Oh, definitely. That's immediately what I thought. And I bet his sister's 350 pounds, and I'm gonna get her if I win.
Well, Woody, this is what. Listen, Woody, I don't know, but you really think that's his girlfriend? Woody? Who's gonna date an ex-con that looks like that fucking guy? That guy looks like he looks like a doll, right? Like some kind of like doll from the '80s, like one of those like someone took his face and squished it together.
Dude, I
Yeah,
don't know,
really.
but I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see his whole body, but I guarantee that, like he's one of them overalls wearing dudes with like a big fat gut. But even though he does look strong, like he's lifting
No,
weights, you can see that definition in his shoulders all the time. He's always shirtless,
no. He's
And
one of those weird. He's one of those weirdos that dresses like a fucking teenager, guaranteed. He dresses like Craig. He wears the
is
gold.
he
He
like
wears the
Michigan
gold
made?
fucking. I don't know anything about that guy, but he
Yeah.
wears the gold necklace on the outside. He wears the hat, like it's always like a baseball cap. He
Dude,
has a
his
gold
teeth.
chain.
His teeth, man. Why you can't gold chain over those teeth? Like, you can't put a cool hat over those teeth. I mean, them teeth ruin everything, man.
Hey RDA, how are you?
Yeah, hey
How are you?
RDA, what's up? I was about to say that too. RDA looking good, man. I've seen him around lately.
So yeah, hopefully we do this hit piece on him. And I listen. This isn't proof of anything. This isn't proof of anything. But this is the reason why he got arrested. This is the reason why those drugs are illegal. This is the reason why they stopped selling. They stopped him from selling drugs because they didn't want dead children all over that part of Canada. I mean, And I'm
Well, I
telling you
mean,
right now, dude, he was fucking selling. He was selling fucking drugs out of an abandoned warehouse, and they spent time building a door that was caged in so no one could get in. Not that no one could get out, just so no one could get in. That's premeditative. Yeah, that's a premeditation. That's a they were anticipating something really. That's when you're selling like hardcore bad drugs. He wasn't just selling bud. There's no fucking way.
dude, that's full blown manufacturing and distribution right there. What he was doing, he had basically had a motherfucking production company of this shit. And you know
Well,
what? Whenever you're a guy selling drugs, it's kind of like 2 + 2 = 4. It's that simple. When you sell drugs, kids die. That is the result, and you do it, and you don't care because of the money. That was his decision.
Yeah, and the guy did he ever tell you how he did it?
How do you do it,
There,
Noodles? He
someone
didn't tell
someone
me.
they would come knock on the door, right? And he had a fucking like little slit in the door. He would open it up and be like, "What do you want?" And then he'd fucking get the cash and dish it out. That's some scummy, scummy shit. That's some like uh, one of those ghetto black movies.
Oh, for sure, man. Hey, what's up, Stumpy? Now, as a kid, man, I had a good friend. He was a few years older than me, but he was selling crack at one point, and he was like, dude, if I just sold from my house, I would never even have to leave my house, and I could make money all day. I could just put it through the fucking the thing where the dog goes in and out, and they could just
Yeah.
put the money like, and he was saying that, but he's like, if I did that, my mom caught me, she would fucking like kick me out and have me arrested. So he never did it from his house, but he would sell crack all the time. But anyways, that's just a small story. But
Yeah, I mean that's what this guy did. And listen, I don't know what drug he was selling, but if there's a way that we can get the criminal record or this guy's criminal record and find out what he was charged for distributing, right? The year
Yeah.
he did it, and the years he was active doing it, like when the investigation started and when they actually arrested him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If any kids
Yeah.
died in that area from ODing on any kind of those drugs, I'm telling you right now, I'm blaming that fucking guy.
Well, you know how it is
I'm
with these
blaming
drug
that guy.
dealers. Yeah, you know how it is with them though. They like to take over whole territories. So wherever he was operating, you can assume as a big time drug dealer like he was that he was in control of that whole territory, not just one block or one house or one corner. He was probably running, you know, like entire city blocks and stuff like that. And that's a lot of kids. And you know what? He was producing all the drugs that they had their hands on. And that's not okay with me.
No, I mean, come on, man. And then we're supposed to pretend like, oh, Pac's cool. No, he's not. He's not cool. He sold drugs to kids and probably killed them.
Well, he's not cool because of that, but he's not cool also because he just looks uncool. I mean, have you seen the guy?
Yeah, a couple times. Dude, he's out of control. He's out of control.
Dude, this is what's funny about White Tupac is at one point, I swear, he was trying to mimic Adam Sandler. I swear he came on all the time acting like Adam Sandler. I don't think he's even Jewish. He even looked like him. He was acting like him, talking like him. And I swear, he was acting like the Water Boy at one point. One point, he acted like Billy Madison. I mean, he was coming in with all of it. Mr. Deeds at one point, he was acting like it was weird. Hey, there's the little bitch. Look at him in here. Wake your wife up again, White Tupac.
What was that movie when he played like the devil, like the devil's kid? Little Nicky?
Oh, you know what White Tupac said? He said, I sold drugs when I was a kid, dumbass, so that makes it better? It makes it better you sold drugs to kids when you were a kid? Hey, I didn't sell drugs to kids when I was an adult. I did it when I was a kid.
You know who else said that? You know who else said that? And this must be a drug dealer's mentality. That Boss 510 cunt. She always said that because I used to accuse her of being a drug dealer. She goes, "Yeah, I sold drugs." She goes, "And I was a kid. I was a kid."
Yeah.
You know, it's such a lame excuse, dude. You know.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about young people, so-called young people. They're like, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm young. And that's their excuse. And it's like, well, if you're smart enough to come up with the excuse that you were too young and that's why you did some fucked up shit, then guess what? You're smart enough that you knew what the fuck you were doing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did it because I'm young. Get the fuck out.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? He made more money as like a dumb, stupid kid than he did as a full-grown adult. Think about that. He was more successful at making money when he was a dumb kid, and now he's a full-grown adult and he can't make anything, nothing. He sits around drinking whiskey out of plastic jugs, right? Plastic jugs, and he's got a shoebox full of weed. Like, what a fucking loser! What a loser!
Yeah. That whiskey he drinks was something that'd make me throw up on one shot, dude. I mean, it's that dirty what he's drinking. It's that cheap.
You ever notice that he drinks out of a straw too? Who the fuck, dude? Who do you know? Who do you know that drinks fucking straight whiskey out of a straw? That's like, isn't that like a teenage trick? Like, you get a straw and like put it in like a can of beer. It's supposed to get you fucked up faster or something like that. I don't know.
I'm not even
anyway
sure about that. I think he just does it because he's an idiot.
You don't want to ruin those teeth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's almost on the level of Brian with his teeth.
Oh man. Well, Tupac, you know what, Tupac? When I find out what years you were active selling drugs, and then I find out in that area how many kids overdosed on drugs the years you were active, I'm gonna accuse you. I'm gonna accuse you of killing those kids. I'm not saying that I'm right, but I'm going to accuse you of it. Prove that you didn't.
Well, you can not only accuse him of the kids, but also the adults that died of overdoses in that region at the time. You know?
You know what? You know how all these guys get caught? Someone dies. There's always a death. And then all of a sudden they start kicking down doors. And that's exactly what happened to this guy. I guarantee you someone OD'd. I can guarantee you it was a fucking kid. Normally they don't give a shit about adults when adults OD. But when a kid ODs, they're kicking down doors. And that's
That's
what they did to this guy.
absolutely right. That's right. Because around here where I live, it's the OD capital of the world. Like Huntington, West Virginia, like specifically is heroin center. Like every time I walk down the street, there's needles like all over the sidewalks, all over the place. It's like not safe for even kids to walk down the sidewalk, in my opinion, around here. But anyway, so yeah, I mean,
So you're
someone else on here? Wasn't there someone else on heroin around here though? I heard. Who was it that we thought was on heroin?
Street Life. I was just gonna bring him up.
Right. Street Life. That's
so,
what I heard.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? I noticed that I don't know if you saw his latest video or the video before last when he was dressed like a teenager.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever seen more than maybe a few minutes of a couple of his live streams. I've never seen one of his videos.
So he made a video about me and Witty. You got to check it out. I suggest that everyone here checks it out. This guy's got to be in his 50s, right? He's dressed in like a blue jumpsuit. Like he looks like he's dressed like a teenager. You know, he's got the parachute pants on, a blue, like bright blue fucking t-shirt, and the guy has one of the biggest beer bellies I've ever seen in my life. And supposedly this guy don't drink beer.
Yo, dude, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I've been around a lot of drunks in my life, and I could tell just by the shape of his face that he was an alcoholic. And I knew that a long time ago. I never said it because I thought he's a nice guy, but I could tell he's one of them Irish drunks. He claims Native American heritage bullshit. He's one of them Boston Irish.
Yeah. He's hiding. He's in seclusion. He might have been one of those fucking those like Irish like fucking gangsters. And then they sent him up to fucking, to Maine to go run away. He's been living in a fucking RV all this time because they're hunting him down. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah, because if you're in an RV, you're always moving, and it's hard to track you, and you don't have a location. Yeah.
But again, whenever I see people that dress like White Tupac, like a teenager, I automatically think mental illness to the extreme.
Right. So are you saying that Street Life is still dressing like a teenager at the age of fucking 50?
Yes, dude. You have. I wish I could bring it.
Yeah, and that's what Pac's doing too. They're both doing it.
Mental illness. I'm telling you. And I think it has something to do with like wet brain or whatever the fuck they have with the alcohol.
Yeah.
Hey, Stella, how are you?
Well, look, man, I mean, my wardrobe is made up mostly of movie shirts from like the 70s. So I have a pretty unique wardrobe. Even I have some regular shirts too that I don't even wear that much anymore. I have so many movie shirts. But no, I mean, like I have a unique taste in clothing. And it's not that I'm dressing like a teenager. I'm dressing like a person like me that's an artist would dress,
Yeah, you're into something. You're into movies. You're into film. You're into film, and I get that. That makes sense. But when people start dressing like little babies and fucking, you see people dressed up, they have diapers on. There's something wrong with them. Like that fucking loser Pansy, whatever the fuck her name is.
I'm so against that person. And quickly, let me say, hey, what's up, Stella's Van Travels? And you know what? That picture actually kind of looks like my aunt, but it's not though. It's some Stella's Van Travels. Anyways, yeah, you're right. And Wingstar said, "What happened to the nice old man who liked to play with fire? Who was that, Noodles?"
What happened to the nice old man who liked to play with fire? I don't know who that. I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay, well, fuck that. Now back to Pansy, dude. That shit makes me sickened. Like I'm grossed out the first time I saw it. Brad Silverdog is who shine light to me on that Pansy guy, for me, the diaper guy. And I
Yeah.
can't be around. I won't watch it. I won't be around it. And look, I'm not hating on him. He can do what he wants, but I can't be around that. It makes me sick to my stomach, dude.
Yeah, that's my point. It's not. It's bizarre. It's not. It's not bizarre. Like, so you, like, for instance, someone's born a guy, right? They want to be a woman. You don't
Right,
get it, right? But they want to dress like a woman. They put the makeup on. They're doing the woman thing. A woman
right,
that of their age, like in their age group. They're not dressing up like little girls. You know what I mean? They're not dressing up like
right.
fucking like babies.
No, I mean what he's doing is borderline Michael Jackson type shit, like laying with other people's kids at night. It just doesn't make any sense, dude. Like it's not okay, and I don't think maybe anybody's culture. I don't know, not many cultures, but I think
Dude,
what he's doing.
can you imagine? You know what's funny? White Tupac, right, is accusing you of running a pedo ring. All right,
Right,
accusing you of running a pedo ring. Meanwhile, there's a guy dressing up like a fucking baby. If someone found out that I had a baby fetish, what do you think they'd be saying? But they don't say anything about this fucking guy Pansy. They don't say anything.
well, I mean,
Who's to
look,
say this guy isn't running a pedo ring? He's into fucking babies. He's into the baby
you
life.
know what I've noticed about Pansy is that, yeah, he's babying it up now. What I've noticed is that other people like I believe G Mangos was even using this fucking freak show to make money because people wanted to see it, I guess, and they all thought it was a hot topic. I never bought into it. Even Brad is the one who made a video on it, and it grossed me out. But Brad's always great every other time. I'm just saying, And no, I don't. I didn't think that they should be doing the rounds like that's the new hot thing. Like what the fuck? And they were respecting this person way more than G Mangos respected me when I went on a stupid show a couple times
Exactly.
or
Exactly.
whatever. And I'm like, I'm sitting here as a
Exactly.
hot commodity, especially at the time, and this guy disrespected the fuck out of me. I never forgave, never will.
Have you read Pansy's Kiwi Farms thread? Yikes. Have you seen Pansy's Kiwi Farm thread?
What's
Have you
that?
ever seen that?
No, what is
So
that?
I guess there's a thread on Pansy. Let me see if I can get someone up here that can actually read it to us. Hold on. Let me see if I can get them up here.
Well, I wouldn't be
I'm gonna have
surprised if
to.
there's like maybe an Encyclopedia Dramatica page also on Pansy. I would say so. You won't entertain that ginger mystery. He used to troll a booger in sawdust and shoot it out of a BB gun. Okay, you know what? You're right about Dean, and I actually thought that was kind of disgusting too. Like I'm not into that booger stuff, but yeah, no, but no, Dean was a great guy, and he was a hell of a good drunk and a great attitude, and I miss Dean, but I don't really fuck around with him anymore. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, I would.
Well, Dean, Dean was so fried out, man. And the reason why I stepped away from that guy, I didn't step away from him in like real life though. I was still calling him after all that shit. I can't right now. What? All right. So we're not gonna get it.
Yeah,
All right.
I
Anyway,
didn't
guys.
think so, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't matter.
You thought it was a
Well,
riot, Woody? It wasn't a riot. It was Noodles. Come on. Even as the man you are taking shits live on film, do you think that's okay for a guy to pick his nose and make a BB out of it? I mean, come on. Would you want to shake his hand after that? I
so
mean,
this is why I think there was something going on there with Dean. Right?
yeah,
When Dean accused me of doxing him. All right.
right.
I thought, dude, I'm serious. I called the guy and I was like, dude, what's going on? He goes, why would you do that? I said, what are you talking? I was like, Dean, what are you talking about? And he goes, come on. He goes, the only, and this is what I found really strange. He goes, the only people who have my phone number or know, talk to me on the phone is
Right.
you and Sig.
Well, here's let me tell you something. So, do you know for sure that really somebody did release his number, or was he just making that up and he made a mistake because whatever? Or do you know
I don't.
it
You know
was
what?
either
He,
you or
he was
Fig?
he was friends with that fucking guy that USA All Day Wasabi fucking loser. That fucking loser. And you know what? And I think that Wasabi guy was trying to set me up for shit. Him and fucking him and that Fupa fucking fabulous cunt. I don't like her. I really hope she has another fucking open heart surgery. I
Well, no,
really don't like her.
wait a minute, because she's an Abby loyalist and we need Abby's support. So, I mean, let her have a pass at
I
least halfway because
no, dude. I know what her and that fucking guy tried fucking me over, dude. I know what they tried doing, and they were telling Craig all this fucking shit. No, he's the one. He's the one. I know everything. They didn't know shit. They didn't know shit. Dude, those fucking people are fucked up. I'll never fucking talk to those people ever again. Never. And Fupa Fabulous, you ever try coming in here again on any of your fucking accounts? You're out of here. You are out of here. I don't know who Fupa Fabulous is. She's done.
I know her. She's one of
I hope
Abby's
your fucking
friends.
dog eats you.
She's one of Abby's friends. She's a Michigan Made fan as well. She's got a lot of connections. But anyway, we got Ginger Mystery. Hey Pete, what's up? Diaper peeps are no diaper peeps are no bueno. That's what I'm saying, dude. That shit is not. I don't want to be a part of that. That's not the type of entertainment that makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? So,
And you know what?
but
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I
yeah.
gotta be honest with you about Abby. All right, that fucking bitch, man. I've tried so many times with her, and she pretends like she's my fucking friend. She ain't my fucking friend. She ain't my friend. She never was. All she did, she fucking waited for me to fuck up, and I never fucked up with her. She waited for it so that she could do something. You know what, Abby? Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, do it. Do whatever you were gonna fucking do, Abby. I never fuck with you, and then you treat me like shit. You know what, Abby? Fuck you. Go. I hope either Abby. I hope your fucking kidneys fail, or you get a brand new kidney, so no one ever has to fucking listen to you fucking moan and cry ever again. I'm done with her.
Look, I do have some sympathy for your plight, and I understand what she tried to do to you. But like I've always said historically, and I've said this for a long time, and I mean a long time, I can't trust Abby, but I can trust Abby to be Abby. You just got to get to know her and navigate around her. But she's not.
So wait. Let me ask you a question. Who wrote those texts to your fucking to your old landlord?
My what?
Who threatened your old landlord?
Oh, Abby is the one I think that called him and threatened to kill him.
She sent him text messages. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's what he was saying in court. He was saying that she had threatened him, and the magistrate's looking at me like I'm the one that did. I didn't do it. I didn't tell her to do it. She did it. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword. I'm actually kind of flattered that she did it, and I realize how much she cares, but at the same time, it didn't help me that she did that stupid shit. Probably actually what got me really evicted was that when he said that to the magistrate realized, oh, this is now a deadly situation. Yeah, now you're going to be evicted. You got to move out by fucking Friday. So,
Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that?
well,
Seriously, who does that? Have you ever done that?
no, I've never called and threatened to kill somebody. I don't think. I mean, no, I don't. Definitely not a business person or a landlord. I had a great track record with all my landlords in history up until my last one. And even at the end, he still liked me because I think he didn't even blame me. I think he blamed the woman upstairs, to be honest. But I don't know.
Dude, I saw it. I saw what she did.
Right. Well,
Dude, come on.
Abby makes a lot of accusations, and one she makes is that Phantom is the one that told her what to title the video that she and Melton John released on me in 2019. Remember, they released personal videos on me, and he said that Phantom was laughing about it and saying, "Name it this, name it that." And she keeps going on and on about this. She doesn't know that me and Phantom had beef from fucking 2012 up until fucking, like, I don't know, like recently, like maybe last year. So it took like 8 years for us to mend what had happened, but we were friends for years before that, and we did a lot of stuff together, a lot of big things in this game and history. And I believe he is a loyal guy. I believe that he was just mad at me, and it is what I'm not even mad at what he if he was a part of it. But at the end of the day, Abby's trying to fucking use him as a scapegoat. Like, oh, it's all his fault. No, he was laughing because he knew it's going to happen anyway. He might as well be the guy who names it and be a part of history that Anderson got burned that badly in 2019. I haven't forgotten, and I don't think anyone else did either. Nobody that matters, at least.
So, are you ever thinking about seeking revenge?
On Abby?
Yeah.
No, I fucking tried to save her even after what she did. I fucking just had given her, I gave her, what did I give her? $30 a month ago. Then I had given her $10 recently, and I was going to give her more money, but her reaction to the $10 was that wasn't good enough. All that did was get me out of the minus. It didn't actually give me any money to spend. And then she had lied to me. Look, she lied to me a month ago about the 30, saying, I need gas money, please. I really need it. And, I guess she wanted me to give her $5 or something. I don't know, maybe to buy a pill with. But anyway, she said, I need it now. I'm stranded. And then I sent her $30. And you know what she said? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, goddamn, that's so generous of you. And then later I found out, oh, she doesn't even get the money till 3 days later. That was a lie. She never got that money that day to get the gas to get unstranded. She was never stranded. Once again, Abby was fucking playing mind games with me, and I still even tried to help her after that. And then she fucks me over again. So it's another thing where I'm trying to bend over
Let me
backwards
ask you a
to help a
question.
woman. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. When that happened, was Carrie involved? Was Carrie around when that happened?
Recently?
When you
Was
gave her the
Abby?
money? Yeah.
The third? No, I think that I had given her money, and then Carrie gave her money after that because she was begging everyone for money that day, and probably me and Carrie were the victims of it. And then maybe others were victims too. And then she comes around again, need more money the next week, and then again the next week just e-begging, and all she's doing now is e-begging, and
Dude,
trashing me.
Carrie comes to me. Carrie comes to me and she goes, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's fair that you're allowed to go into all these chats and say whatever you want and not give money to these people? I said, Carrie, are you fucking high? Yes, I think it's fair. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And they can block me all they want. And I can create more fucking accounts. That's how it works. I don't have to pay anyone to go to their fucking live streams. Nobody. She goes, don't you think it's unfair that
Okay.
these people are... dude, come on.
Yeah,
She was
I
pushing,
mean,
she was reaching out to other people to feel bad for Abby and to give Abby
right.
money. That was very dishonest. Carrie, if you did that because you were duped, which I don't believe, because she's not a stupid woman. Carrie's very intelligent, very intelligent. But I always noticed that Carrie was always involved with getting people involved with giving other people stuff. I don't know if it was money or food or whatever, but dude, I'm telling
Publicity.
you, maybe. I don't know. But my
Look,
point is that, like,
yeah, I mean, I'll put a bookmark for just 2 seconds because Phantom's been waiting. Let me say this quickly. We'll get to this after Noodles is done, but Phantom wants to retort about what Abby said. He says it's not true, and I didn't think it was, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, Noodles, and continue, please.
well, what wasn't true?
No, you want me to retort to what? Did Carrie say that you should pay money if you're going to go in and troll people? Is that what she said?
Carrie was saying that, listen, these people give you entertainment, whatever. You should be donating to them. I said, no fucking way, no fucking way. Why would I give Abby any money? For what?
Look,
Why would I
man.
give her money?
Look, no, I believe in what Carrie's doing, and you know what, Pete, I've seen Carrie many times, but yeah, no, I think that Carrie is just a person that's trying to help people, and she does. No, she makes a lot of connections, and there's still this Picker Rick interview from a long time ago. Whenever I first came into the voice, she tried to help me get on all these different interviews with these people, and they're still up to this day. So I'm sure it's still helping my name be out there, but. Look, she tries to help people in whichever way she can. I guess she's trying to do that. She's kind of like a church-minded person. She wants to be helpful to the community and do good. I believe she has a good intention. But as far as Abby goes, if you want to know the truth about her, she's ferocious, but are her intentions good? I can definitely not say yes. Now, she may think they're good noodles.
All right, let me ask you a question. Is Reckington real? Is Reckington a real person? And do you know who it is?
All I'm going to say is I totally respect Carrie and I respect Reckington in whatever form he's in. It doesn't matter if he's a human or a cyber, intelligence program, or I respect him. I like him. I love Carrie. She's a great person. And that it is what it is. I'm not going to say anything negative about her. She's great, but she's a great mother. And, Abby is a very manipulative, deceptive, cheating, lying, even meth using, pill addicted, person. And she does scam people routinely. That's how she found out she was dying, up maybe if that's even true, by trying to scam for pain pills at the emergency room. I was on the phone with her when it happened. Okay, and now she disappeared. And you know what? She was supposed to go back to jail, so I think she's in jail again. How about that?
Good. Now, do you regret ever making the video that you sent to Carrie with the names of her children written in blood? Do you
Dude,
ever
it
regret?
was
Do you regret?
okay. Let me clarify that because this story goes on, and let me respond to Pete. She said because Carrie kind of sounds like a version of Abby. No, Carrie's nothing like Abby. Okay, that is Abby's kid would be drowned in the bathtub within a week. Okay, no, that is not anywhere near the same thing. Okay, so basically, I made a video one time where over the course of me knowing Carrie, I had been watching different movies. And in these movies, since I had met Carrie and that was her name, and I was saying it every day in the live chats because she was always at my live streams every day a couple years ago, I was always noticing this because I was slowly falling in love with her. So I would notice these movies. Every time I'd hear her name, I'd remember that in the movie. So then one time I went back and I had put together this like montage of all these different scenes, like clip after clip of different movies, Brad Pitt, all these different actors saying
Yeah,
Carrie.
don't
Oh,
say the
I'm
name
not
of it
I'm not
because
gonna
I
say
don't want
that.
anyone knowing her
Yeah,
kid's name.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. But anyways, that's what it was. Yeah, that's all. And I accidentally used a clip where it said her name in blood is basically what happened.
Now, if there was ever a possibility of you and Carrie ever getting back together, would you do it?
No,
Are you
she
still in
loves
love with Carrie?
No, she loves Reckington, and that's good. And I think that she should stay with him, and that's a great, thing for Carrie.
So you have no interest in getting back together with Carrie or Liz or anyone in the past. You're looking forward to the future. Are you looking forward to a new relationship with a woman, or are you looking forward to being a single man forever?
Look, man, I can't have a mold, that somebody tries to go in and they just don't fit. Like I guess, you got to be able to fit a mold. You have to be able to be comfortably, meshed into my world. And when you don't do that, like when it's all selfish and it's all about you and you can't respect my privacy on certain things and realize that, this or that, then whatever. It's not a fun situation because you feel too much pressure because someone's expecting you to be something you're not.
When was the last time you talked to Liz?
About a month, maybe a month to it was like 6 or 7 weeks, probably 6 weeks after we both got arrested and went to jail. She ended up getting out of solitary after 6 weeks, and she called me on a fucking prison phone or cell phone she stole from one of the guards. I think actually was what it was. And she just was saying, some crazy shit, and I'm asking her direct questions about what did you tell them, and this and that, and she said she got in a riot, and that's why she was in solitary for so long, and she didn't expect to be out till the end of 2022, and this and that, and then that was the last time I ever talked to her. It was like maybe
So,
what 5 6 months ago.
so we all saw the video, right? At the
Right.
end of the video,
He said Abby's
at
kids
the,
would drown themselves. Yeah.
at the end of the video, when you're wrestling with the cops and all that stuff,
Yeah.
I saw Liz going into the house. Then she sees that the cops got you, and she turns around and starts running down the stairs. Why would they have um why would they have arrested Liz? For what reason? It didn't seem like in the video they wanted to have anything to do with her until she turned around and started going down the stairs.
Okay, so I'm in the house, right, and there's a bunch of cops looking for the knife, and they can't find it because I took it and I threw it out back, and I was so in the moment of being like trying to, because they don't like you got to remember they're coming into a situation where this is the fucking 25th time in a month because she was here a month before that, and they were here fucking 15 times that time, so it's like they're here again. And they had already told me many times before, if we ever come back, we're taking you to jail. She's not going. She can do whatever she wants. Your ass is. They told us that last time, right? So they come back this time. They know us. I just got out of court again over a bunch of other court cases going on, starting from last year all the way up until this year. Like a couple months ago, I finally paid them all off, and it was all good. Now I'm back in the clear, and I don't do anything, to cause trouble or anything. I'm not trying to fight with anybody. So basically that happened. And now, what was the question again?
My question was, in the video,
Yeah. Okay. So
you're being detained,
yeah.
and we see Liz walking back into the house, and then all of a sudden she screams Anderson, and she starts running back down the stairs towards the police officers.
Right.
What happened after that when the video cut
what did
off?
they do? Well, they hit her with what they hit me with. Okay, so they hit her with obstructing justice and disturbing the peace. They hit her with a couple charges, but then again, when after they took her to her wherever she was going to go to jail at for the day or the night or whatever, she decided to start a fucking riot like she always does. Because I guess somebody looked at her wrong, and she was real upset about breaking up with me and the whole 9 yards, and knowing all this shit, and she just gets in fights and she don't give a fuck. She's got nothing to lose, so she'll go and beat a bitch up and get in a big old brawl. And they decided to hit her with an inciting a riot thing, put her in solitary for 6 weeks. Then she called me and that saying whatever, and I'm just trying to get information, and she's kind of acting like she's like nerd, or like she's trying to hide it from something, that she's on the phone, like always, like she's always trying to act like she's got something to hide, because she always does. But after that, dude, I did not hear from her again, but I got a few letters in the mail, and then she tried to call me last week when I was listening to your show walking down the street somewhere, and your show was playing, and she called. So when I reached in to see why it was vibrating, who was calling me, I must accidentally answer it, and I heard her talking, but I didn't respond. I just heard what she was saying, and she said something like, "Oh, they sprung me out of jail finally. I'm out and all this and that." And I just hung up the phone and changed my number because, well, no, I didn't change it immediately. I hung up the phone, right? And then she had kept trying to call me all night from a private number because she knows I can't block those. So she'll just call all night long. That whole night I didn't get any sleep. So I said that next day I was like, I got to change the number, because I can't be harassed like that.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone knows this, but the day that happened, we were planning on, I was planning on coming down there. We're going to go out to dinner, right? Did you know that?
No.
Were you aware of that?
No.
I got a phone call at, I think it's 7:00 in the morning that morning, right? From her. And I said, hello, Liz. And she goes, shh, shh. And I hear you in the background screaming at the top of your lungs.
Right.
Screaming at the top of your lungs. Right.
What was I saying?
I think you were arguing with the guy, the neighbor, or something like that. I don't know what you were saying, but you were screaming like furiously. And I kept saying, Liz, are you okay? Like, what the fuck's going on? And she hung up the phone.
Right.
So I call her back, and she goes, no, she goes, like, everything's fine. He's just fighting with, I guess, the neighbor or whatever. And I'm like, Liz, are you guys okay? And she goes, yeah. She goes, I think she said she was gonna leave. Were you guys fighting that day? Were you guys fighting that day?
Well, here's the thing, Noodles. Let's assume we were. Okay, let's assume we were fighting. And let's assume I don't remember any of it. And let's assume I told her that. And then she just did, oh, okay, you don't remember? Oh, okay. Well, what happened? Will you tell me? Oh, well, oh, that type of shit. She don't want me to know what happened. I
Oh,
want to know what happened.
oh. So I told her, I said, listen, I was like, how about I come out there tonight? I can leave after work. I'll be, I can get out there. Sometime tonight we can go out and get dinner. You guys, I can finally we can hang out, and I'll leave in the morning. You know, and the very next fucking text message I get was her with her arm cuffed to the bench. Did I ever show you that photo?
You might have, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
At
very
that
very
time,
bizarre.
yeah, at that time you got to remember, like, also I was, dealing with being in jail myself, so I wasn't even, you know, there's a
Thank
lot
God I
going
never
on
came
at that
down there.
time. I mean, look,
That
I'll
would have
be
been a
honest
bad
with
time, right?
you. No, dude, look, do you hear what you just said? Do you hear what I said? You said, "Hey, Anderson, I was coming to your house. Did you know?" I said, "No, I didn't know you were coming." Do you think there's something severely fucked up with that, Noodles?
Well, I don't know if she talked to you about it. She made it sound like, yeah, yeah, come down. We'll all hang out. We'll go, we'll go whatever. It'll be cool. You
Okay,
know,
Noodles, let me ask you another question. If she did not talk to me about it after she made this plan with you, don't you think that's severely fucked up?
yeah, yeah. Because I would have
Like,
came out there and you'd have been like, what the fuck's going on?
right.
Yeah,
And you know what that is? It's a power play, and that's why I don't want anything to do with her anymore. I will not put up with any of that bullshit from anybody, dude. You know that.
yeah.
And it was only going to last so long if she kept doing that. And you know what? That's who she is, and I accepted it, and I wish her luck, and I hope that she can have a great life.
Anderson fought a lot when he was with Liz. I think she was making his life miserable, and he took his rage out on strangers rather than on her. There was never any physical altercations with her, right? Like, I mean, you said that she did hit you though. There was
No, I
but you
mean, look,
never.
no, I mean, we never got no fucking like real fights. I mean, yeah, she might have hit me and slapped me a few times. She almost choked me to death one time. I choked her one time, like right before we both got arrested, but it was only a 2 second choke because she picked up my keys and phone, was going to run out the door with it and everything, and wallet and everything. And I said, "Nah, you can't run with all this shit. The police are on the fucking way. And if she runs, she might run with it and never come back." And you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I mean, actually, it was a reactionary choke, and I didn't even hurt her. She taught me how to choke her and everything. So it's not like I choked her windpipe. I knew the sides of the throat you press in, they can't breathe, they drop what you want, and then you let them go. That's what happened. I never abused her. She knows that. She even wrote me letters from jail saying, "You were the nicest person. Nobody ever treated me as good as you." All this stuff. I've got proof. So, it's not just me saying it.
What happened between you and Molasses Murphy when Molasses Murphy came out to visit me, right? We had a conversation. I was like, so how's Anderson? Was he like a normal guy? Like, did you guys whatever? She's like, yeah, he was a great guy. He was yeah, like I didn't, dude. I don't know. I never met you. So I was asking her, and I was like, was there anything weird he did? Like anything that you saw that was weird? And she goes, well, she goes, well, he used to every morning. Every morning you would put on 2021: A Space Odyssey, and you would just let it play. Is that true? Do you do that?
No, did you say 2021 A Space
Or
Odyssey?
yeah, or 2000 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was
All right. Sorry.
2001 Space Odyssey.
All right.
And
Sorry.
you're
Sorry.
right. I did. I played a marathon of it like continuously while she was here. But no, I mean, nothing weird happened at all. Like, she was just a good friend, and it was
Yeah.
just shots of
She
fireball. And
uh, she said that she had a very good time. She said you were a very good host. Now, when this whole thing went on a couple months ago, when she said that she was gonna come back to the East Coast, she said that she was gonna stop at your place first. You
right.
told her that you put her up, and then
Okay.
one day you said, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. What happened? Why did you
Well,
bail him last?
first of all, like leading up to that, let me know, like leading up to her. Okay, so she asked me, can she stay with me? And before that, I had heard mutterings around, that she needed a place to stay or whatever she was. And when she asked me this, I had basically responded like I had sent her a picture of like some fucking, what are they called? Like those mats. They're like egg crate mats, like those whatever the fuck
Yeah,
they are. You put on top of
yeah.
mattresses to make them even softer. Like I had a couple of those, and I sent her a picture and saying like I don't have a fucking couch or anything, but you can stay on that. And she was like, "All right, thanks, man." And she was like, "Oh, I might come this weekend or whatever." And she was like, something about, "Do you think $500 is enough to get there?" And that was the first time that I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really travel, and you travel all the time. So, I mean, Rosie O'Kelly. Well, why don't you ask her? She's like, oh, yeah, I'll ask Rosie O'Kelly, and then whatever. And then she was like, I only have $300 to my name. Do you think 500 is enough to get there? Insinuating to me that I should try to lend her 200, which at the time I wasn't prepared to do, because also at the time I'm hearing other people tell me, hey, you don't know why she's in this position. And I had remembered that the year before she chose to sell her property and what she owned to live in to go on this little excursion. And I found out what it was, the excursion of like, hey, I guess I'm having somewhat of a midlife crisis. I'm going to try to pretend like I'm 17 again, like Liz, and go and party and try to do crazy drugs and take pills from strangers and chase random hot guys and let him McHenry fart in my mouth and just all this crazy shit she was doing. And then I'm like, you know what? Even though I met her for a couple of days and we hung out and she was great and everything, like me being who I am, like even somebody I truly loved like Liz, even that didn't work for more than 3 weeks at a time. So living with her, it would be like even worse because she smokes and she's always drinking and like, that's her whole day. Like, not even that I'm hating. I like molasses and everything. I even put a video up, after from when she performed in the kitchen, and I actually have the full video that I haven't even uploaded yet. But where she, performed a couple of songs, and I recorded it with a good camera. And anyways, no, I mean, like at the end of the day, I realized you're right. Like, how did she end up in that position where she's homeless? Because she wasn't homeless when I met her, and she chose to end up like that. And if she came around here, she's going to be bringing around this type of reckless behavior. And she even did another thing too that made me renege on this whole offer to let her stay here. And she also kept changing the, oh, she doesn't need it this week. Now it might be next month or the month after she's going to come stay with me. And I said, wait, I thought you were like in dire need, and now you're coming off with maybe it'll be next month or the month after, just kind of acting like telling me different stuff that isn't like direct, like I need a place to stay and these are the facts. And she wasn't doing that. She was coming off with different, oh, I might stay in where was it where Nick lives, Arizona. She said she might go stay in Arizona with some friends, and she said she
So
was
now
in
I
that
left. I left.
so,
I put a name. I put a name
right.
in the private chat. Is that the person who reached out to you
About what?
about her?
No, she did.
But no one else reached out to you at all about this, right?
No, I mean, he did reach out and say, can you also help after? Like, I mean, I guess,
Okay.
or maybe it could have even been a little before, but I think that, maybe he was a little bit of a, I do remember him saying, can you do her a favor? She really needs a place to stay. I said, yeah, I'll do him a favor. I'll do you whatever. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But then people were like, dude, think about, do you know what happened for her to be in that situation? Do you know like what guy she was involved with and this, that? And I'm like, honestly, I heard a little bit about it, but no, I really don't know all these facts. Like, I just thought she's like a nice traveling, trying to be a guitarist, this and that. But when you add it all up, and another thing that really pushed it over the edge, Noodles, was this was the final straw that broke the camel's back. She changed her fucking messenger picture to something that looked like a fucking street hooker, like where she was covered in this real shitty looking makeup and like that. And I'm just like, ew, like what is she doing anything to survive now? I mean, I'm like, I can't have that around me. You know what I'm saying? I already tried to turn a hooker into a housewife, and you can't, like
Well,
they say, you can't turn a hard drive.
I don't. You don't think any of that was going on, though, right?
No, I mean, I think it
I
was
don't.
just her picture. I think she was just trying to look sexy on Facebook to get likes. Hey, will anybody let me come stay with them? Like, because I need a place to stay. Like, kind of like that. Like, I don't think that she was actually like saying, "Hey, I'm going to sell you pussy off Facebook." No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. No, I don't think
She.
she's like that.
I had a conversation with her, and I said, I said to her, because she wanted to come out here, and she told me how much money she had, and I said, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think you're going to make it. She had the cat at the time, all this stuff, and I said, so let me ask you a question. Are you okay to do this? And when I got the answer, I reached out to that person that I just put in the
Yeah.
private chat, and
Yeah.
I said, listen, man, that's not good. You can't have a grown adult wandering the country like that. So I think he did the right thing. I don't think people understand the severity of what was going on there. And now I don't know if you've heard from her, but everything is going swimmingly with her. Have you
I
talked
haven't
to
heard
her?
from her, but I'm really happy that that's the case now because honestly,
Yeah,
I did feel bad, but you're right. I am ruthless sometimes, and I don't even know it sometimes. But I shouldn't have done what I did and said what I said and did 10 videos dissing her in the course of a day and a half. This was all a mistake that I will not make again, hopefully. But at the end of the day, man, no. When I met her in real life, she was outstanding. She did nothing that was
yeah.
weird. She didn't make me feel uncomfortable. She's very easy to talk to and be around. She doesn't put any anxiety in the air. She likes to drink and just eat good food and be a fun person. So and she
Wonderful,
also tells you
wonderful,
a lot of
wonderful,
interesting, huh? Yeah,
wonderful. Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
she's a good person.
Yeah, because I
I'm a
got
bad person in the situation, not her. I was the one that did the wrong thing.
Molasses never should have sold her house to that pawn shop. Well, well, you know
Oh
what?
my
You know what?
god.
You know what? She did what she did. Dude, think about it. She moved to the other side of the continent. She fucking did it. Now she's semi-established. She's on the right path. She's
Oh
on the
my
right path,
god.
and she could have made the decision to leave and head all the way back, and she wouldn't have had her house. Think about it. It would have been a waste of time. And I think what she did was the right thing. She stayed there. She did what she had to do, and now she's on the
You
right
know,
path. So
you know. No, look, it's not. Dude, you know me. Let me say this too, because I even said this the other day. Like, it was never about Liz being chubby. Like they always made a big deal about that. You all know that. I don't know if you know this, but I'm saying I actually really loved and cared about her. She's fun, and I always believed in her, and I still do to a certain level. But like I said, I'm not willing to risk me at this point because it's too comfortable for me to be free. Like, you know how comfortable it is that I don't have to like worry about any woman and her getting mad at me if I say a certain thing. Like, it's complete freedom, and I know Noodles, you don't have it right now because of your situation, and that's okay because it's worth it for a woman like Pete because she's that good. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're getting really something valuable in return, I can't give up my freedom ever again. It's gonna take a lot for a woman to impress me ever again for me to want to be in a relationship like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he said, Ernesto said, I think that Liz wanted the pretty woman fairy tale ending, but she messed up when she kept eating all the snacks. No, here's what it is, man. I also will say this theory too is that I kind of think Liz wants a pimp who loves her. She wants to go run around party and, be the party girl, but she also wants to come home to a loving husband. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It doesn't work like that in the real world. I don't think so. I mean, unless you find a certain guy, but that guy isn't really going to be a guy on the highest level like an Anderson Henderson.
yeah. So Wingstar brings up Igor. What was your relationship with Igor? No, I never really
Well,
understood that. Like,
look,
where did you guys meet? Like, what?
well,
Like,
look,
he
here's something.
disappeared. Are you guys still friends?
No, look, Igor, look, me and Igor are always going to be, tied at some point because, like I said, he even contacted me recently. Do I hold any real beef against the guy? No, I just know that he was upset about what I did. It was my mistake again, which is that I made up a story that we were going to burn him. Now that wasn't true. We were never going to burn him. I made that story up. Like, did I ever even say that? I might have said it, but I don't think I even ever did. But I might have. But anyways, even if I made it up or whatever, saying that I was going to burn him, I know he felt betrayed and he didn't really understand the game. Like, I burn you all the time, and it's just like me just joking around. It wasn't, but he took it seriously because he had grown to feel like me and him were true friends, which we are. And I've known the guy now for what, a couple of years, 3 years, 3.5 years. I know his family. His dad's always coming. His mother, I've seen her a million times yelling at him. I mean, his sisters are always walking in, and he was part of large groups on Skype that I was a part of. These large Skype communities. That's how I met him, and Liz I met through Rad. He already had known her for a long time, so you know. And
Let
like
me
I
ask you
said,
a question.
yeah,
When you disappear, right? When
no,
you disappear for weeks on end,
right.
you're you're not staying away from YouTube. Like you're watching, right?
Well, I mean, the only way to really get to the bottom, I could say anything, but you'd have to quiz me and see what I do and don't know. But yeah, I mean, I watch some. I always try to watch at least what you're talking about that day to see what mood you're in. I can tell a lot by what mood you're in about what you're going to talk about. So I always checking on you to gauge, what your whole little community's doing and how you're treating people. And I check in on certain people. Obviously, Colton Wood I'm a huge fan of him, and I watch him religiously for going back 7 years plus now. Like I said, I mean, there's certain people I don't miss what they do. But yeah, like when I disappear, I'm going to be honest with you. If people want to know what happens when I've disappeared for long periods of time, the only way that they're ever going to find that out is if they join Noodles 1980's new pay system where they can pay to figure out this information. No, for real. Like when I disappear for weeks at a time, people are going to be able to still contact me. Certain people that are, high-ranking members of Noodles' new, what is it, a club you're doing? What's it called, Noodles?
Right,
Let everyone
right.
know.
We're gonna give a code, and whatever Anderson tells me the code is, like it could be like 255, it could be whatever. I will text you that code, and you will text Anderson. Anderson will call you back, and he will tell you what's going on.
That's
Right?
right. And
Yeah.
Noodles will set it all up, and he will handle it. And me and Noodles were joined at the hip. We do business together because our brands match up, and our stuff together. Not only us, but other great people in the game that we also adore. And Mark Terry's one of them. And we need to bring these guys together, unite, get Camilo back in the game, get him on segments. But I believe in organization now, like Noodles was preaching earlier today. I believe in that now because that is the righteous way to do it. And we're getting censored really badly, and we have the potential to be 10 times larger right now than what we are. And in the future, we can be 10,000 times larger than what we are with the communities that we all hold right now in the palm of our hand. But we have to be able to drag these beloved fans and friends of ours over to another website probably where they don't censor us and we can still live stream and do the show over there, but we're going to need a
So
commitment from multiple people.
you're still pushing for this. You're still pushing for the website. Because that guy Slingshot Warrior. He was talking about, oh, please go to Odyssey. Please, we'll all go to Odyssey. We'll go over. I called him last week. I'm like, you live stream? He's like, nah. It just seems like everyone that goes to these other sites, they never do good, or they don't get what they want, even though you're not restricted, whatever. People just don't follow. I'm gonna be honest with
Yeah.
you. I kind
No,
of
no,
feel
you're
like
right. I
it's
mean, look, you're right. Here's the thing, man. All the traffic is on YouTube, and we know it. And even Facebook, it doesn't really work because they don't have the good streaming system with the side chat. And to quickly answer Wingstar, she said that was one skinny boy. Anderson, the next time you disappear, how can we make sure that you didn't pass to the other side? You can check me out at 304-606-4748. That's my public number that people can contact. Noodles, your number is 201-264-5003.
right. And guys,
Okay, there you go.
Colton Wood has that phone number. I
Right.
gave it to Colton Wood. Yeah, and he's never called me. Never.
Well, even when I used to call him and I had his old number, he would never pick up anyway. He's like another me, kind of.
Oh.
Sorry. But anyway, every Halloween, Anderson disappears and then returns on Halloween night. Is that right, Wingstar? This show is sponsored by Ashley Madison. Unfortunately, YouTube is the only real game in town. Yeah, that's true, Phantom. But Phantom, you're the one always telling me to get the fuck off here, that all the censorship. You don't say get off, but he's always complaining about being censored. And it's true, man. Like, we're not getting our full audience that can contact us and become part of this amazing movement that we're doing and, be a part of success. And we can all make a ton of money in this game. Everybody in this game has the opportunity to be a major player and make a lot of money. That's the cool thing about this game is nobody's excluded. You can be in a fucking wheelchair. You can have a fucking dent in your head. You can be black, white, Hispanic, anything. And I'm pushing to get more black people in our community. And I'd like to get Spider in here a lot and see if he can get a YouTube channel going. Support Spider.
Yeah, I know. I've been telling Spider to do it. The guy, you know how hard it is to deal with someone like Bergs, Spider, to keep them focused, to say, hey, listen, when I'm talking to you, look at my fucking eyes. And then the guy start, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of guy. And then he'll start talking about something else. And it's very difficult, but I think if I can get Spider a channel and fucking just get him on YouTube, I think he would blow the fuck up. He would blow the fuck up. I think he would be the first real black entertainer in this community. Because Quinn, I'm telling you right now, he doesn't cut it.
Shit.
Yeah. I do not like that guy. I think he's a phony. I don't think the guy's gay. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, we should wear suits and talk to each other. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna get one of those pinstripe suits. And Phantom said, "I don't care about money. I just want the freedom to hate on people without consequences." And look, dude, I wasn't not paying attention to what you were saying. I get what you're saying. These motherfuckers have the attention span of a fucking fly. Okay, it's almost as if they're
Right.
gonna live 24 hours and they got to see and talk and think about everything in that time. And you're not important. You're not a priority. And it was like that too with Abster a lot, and throughout time. And these people can't fucking focus.
Well,
But you know what?
like Phantom says, the only thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't care about money. I just want the freedom to hate on people without consequences. Phantom, let me tell you something. The stuff that you say in these comments, right? You don't hear many people, or you don't see many people saying this stuff. It takes intelligence. You have this gift. You should be getting paid for writing half this shit. I don't understand why this guy's a writer, right? Like he's not just a regular guy, right? You know who he is?
No.
Bullshit. You don't know who Phantom is. I'm not asking you to tell me who he is. But do you know anything about him?
Look, I do. I'll tell you what he said publicly. He said that he used to be a stand-up comedian. He dabbled in it or whatever. He was maybe even somewhat successful, and that he retired from it, and that he used to try to write jokes and be a comedian. That he was a joke writer.
Yeah, he's very funny. He's a professional. I don't understand why he can't make money on here. I mean, I think he does. I think there's a lot of people here like Magda. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell Magda isn't something of importance. Magda's very funny. Phantom's very funny. Wingstar is the most boring woman I've ever met in my life. And, they seem to know each other. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, honestly, when it comes to Magda, yeah, she's very funny, and I agree with you about her. She's important, but at the end of the day, man, you're right. If I'm gonna ever do a show long term, he's always here. I have to do it with Phantom. I don't like doing it without him. I think that he's definitely got to be a part of the show. I just like knowing he's there. It's a comfort thing, like a comfort blanket. Now, let me go down for a second and respond to my good friend out on the wire. And he says, "Is the new community of yours going to have a gay name like Boyd?" Well, let me respond to that quickly out on the wire with much respect, of course. But you know what we're going to do with the name of the new community that me and Noodles are going to be doing? We're going to let somebody, like they do with these new stadiums they come out with in this stuff, these domes, we're going to let somebody pay to name it themselves. Whoever pays the most gets to name our new community. How about that, Noodles?
Yeah. Listen, everything's for sale. Everything.
Not everything. Not our honor and not our honesty and not our love and compassion and our dedication to the fans, Noodles. That's not for sale. But everything else we're going to sell.
Yeah. I mean, listen, and this is the thing. It's not about it's for sale. It's available to be part. You can participate. You can participate. And you know what? Everything costs money. You want to participate here? We'll let you participate. If we make money and you're helping us make money with the participation, you get paid. You get paid. If you want to if you want to name it, you know what? Then you're gonna have to pay me because I'm gonna be honest with
Okay,
you. I think that
okay. You know what, man? I agree 100%. And Wingstar, I'm not trying to bore you, but before we switch subjects to something Wingstar wants to talk about, let me first say this too, man. I said this earlier when I was on a morning show earlier on my channel. I was saying that, Noodles, you're so consistent. You definitely look, whenever these people want to, if they can pay to be part of this system that we're doing in this community, here's what they're going to get. They're going to get influence in your mind because they're willing to put skin in the game and say, my ideas and my beliefs are so strong that I'm willing to show you cash and give you money to let you hear. And that will definitely have a huge impact on what you will do in the future in the community. They can politically maneuver by naming the community, maybe they want to name it something that has a subliminal message that'll make everybody think a certain thing when they come there. Maybe they want to name it a product they're trying to sell. But this community is, we're going to be on it every day, promoting it, always having all this drama, the same as what we've been doing now. So, I mean, look, like I said, I mean, nobody has to pay a dime and you're still welcome. But if people want to pay, then you're going to have a lot of influence over how the community goes. And that's how it should be because that money is going to go right back into the community.
right. And you got to. And this is the other thing. I was talking to Mark before, right? Mark calls me up. I'm not going to tell everyone what Mark told me. Mark gave me some very good advice because I don't know if many people know what Mark has told me, which was really weird. I didn't even know you could do it. I'm going to set up an account. All right.
Right.
This account is going to be with donations.
Right.
If I can't convince you to participate, then I will start paying people, and it's very easy. I get this account under this app, and then I can just forward you guys fucking money from this fucking account. I'll forward it. Anderson, if we make fucking $1,000 in a month,
Yeah.
$1,000 in a month, I'm gonna throw you 200. I'll throw Mark 200. I'll throw Berg's 200 if he comes up here. I, whoever is making us money is gonna get paid.
Right.
It's gonna get paid.
And here's the thing.
We're gonna.
Yeah. Let me quickly say this so I don't forget. Sorry to interrupt, but what I'll be doing with some of my 200 a month is I'm going to be probably paying 50 of it to certain contacts of mine to get me info on people that I can use as content on this platform.
Right, exactly.
So everybody's going to make money, even the investigators and the people with dirt. They're going to make money too off of what we make, even.
Exactly. There's going to be investigators, reporters, writers. We need all of this stuff. I want a female reporter / investigator. All right. I want that. I want this person to come up. We got to get Sig to come up with like an intro for this person so we can play it when they come up, and we'll give them like 10 minutes to give us give us the what did Cindy Lopez say on about Witty Widow, because something was said. I don't even know what happened, but anyway, my point is that stuff like that, and
Right.
if we can't get that, we'll just make shit up. Think about it.
Okay. Earlier
make shit up.
today, listen what I did. Earlier today, Wingstar had wanted me to do this horoscope thing regularly on my morning show. So I said, okay, I'll do it. I remembered to do it today. I said, okay, I did. I think Pete's horoscope, she said she's a Taurus. I didn't look it up. I made it up, but I said it with words they say in basically every vague ass fucking horoscope. And she believed it was real. I said, look it up. I just made it up. It won't be the same as what I just said. And so, like, literally, yeah, I mean, we could actually do it really, though, until they're real horoscopes, but I just made it up. So, like, you're right, man. I mean, we're always going to be at the highest level of entertainment, even if it's real or false. I mean, we're always the best in the game, and everybody knows that. So we need to be organized, and then everybody's truly look. This isn't even about us. We get to do what we do, and we feel good with what we do. But this isn't about us. We need to work harder for the fans, the people out there that really truly care about this and they really follow us. These people deserve to not have us censored, and they deserve to be able to contact us with no adulteration or manipulation from YouTube, which they are highly manipulating everything. But at the end of the day, we'll figure something out.
Right. And Anderson, What's your new channel now? What is it's just Anderson Henderson?
Correct.
Can
And if
you
you
can
look
you
up,
drop it? Can you drop
yeah,
it in the private chat? And I'll drop it in
yeah,
the
sure,
chat for
yeah, sure.
because for some strange reason it was very difficult for anyone to find you the other day, and I had to go out and get your link and drop it. It was very annoying.
All right, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I did change from Hendershot back to Henderson, and I did that because I felt
Now
like
let me ask you:
yeah.
will you please, for the fans, because a lot of people want to see it, the Gaddafi video? Is there any way you can post it? Not in your secret channel, not in your secret. Don't let anyone know about your secret channel. But is there any way you can post that video, the Gaddafi video, on your new channel, the Anderson Henderson channel? Oh, you there?
Yeah, so wait, you said, will you please what?
The Gaddafi video, the
Okay,
secret Anderson Henderson.
yeah.
Is there any way you can post that video on your new channel, the channel that you're going live from now? I thought that was so funny. I watched it like 3 or 4 times. You know, it was one of the funniest videos I think I've ever seen in my life. You ever think about doing commentary over like movies?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much out on the wire. And plus, I did put it in the private chat, the link to my new channel. Thank you so much. Now, here's the thing about that, man. That is what people would want to pay, the monthly membership to what this new community is, because then they will get that. Now, you and Wingstar got the link to it. That's it. No one else. I didn't want anyone. Maybe Pete can also watch it, but other than that, it should have only been. You don't have to, like you told me one time. Remember, you said something about you wanted to own something that no one else had in the world, and I said, "But what for? How much will you sell it?" And you said, "You won't. You'll just know that you own it." And I said, "Well, anyone else know?" You said, "No, only you'll know. You'll know it's the only one in the world." And I said, "You know what? Sometimes this stuff has to be like that, So, but you know what? If they wanted to pay a monthly thing, they could see the Gaddafi video I made. And you shouldn't give too much about it away, but it is one of the funniest, dude. I mean, have you heard me laugh that like genuinely ever ever? Dude,
I wish I could play it. It was so funny. Yeah, it was so funny,
dude.
It
Oh
was so
my
funny.
God.
And
Yeah.
what's even funnier is like I when this guy lived in Jersey, it was like
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Is this guy out of his fucking mind?" Like he's running a fucking country, and like a crazy country where people are fucking like, like, dude, this guy was out of his fucking mind. We used to drive past his house, right? And there would be giraffes in the backyard. Like he had exotic animals back there, and he would live in a tent. There was dude. I swear to God, there was a mansion. He didn't want to live in the mansion. He put a fucking tent in the backyard, and he lived in a fucking tent. Gaddafi. And I'm thinking to myself, dude. I'm thinking to myself, like, no way. This is not fucking real. This is not fucking real. The guy was out of his mind. Out of his mind.
Do you know he was a severe cocaine addict?
He had to have been something, man. He had to have been something. I'm telling you. I could not believe it. And I thought to myself, why isn't this front page news? That this guy, Gaddafi, is living in fucking Englewood in a tent with giraffes. And,
yeah, it's completely insane. It's like, what did they call it? Peter Pan syndrome. Like he's got that or something. Like he's just playing games all day. Now, Wingstar, I posted that link to my Gaddafi video on one of your really old videos from like a year ago or something earlier today. Anyway,
I think you should do commentary over movies, if that's even possible. Is there any way you can?
No, dude. Look, me and Phantom tried this. We did it one night with Commando, and you know what happened? Like, I guess 45 minutes into it, YouTube cut it.
Got shut down.
Yeah, that YouTube cut it off halfway through. We had a blast while we were doing it. It was fucking. I was sitting there talking shit about the movie, laughing my ass off. It was so fun. And hey, Carolyn, to be free, great to see you again.
Carolyn, you should be ashamed of yourself, Carolyn. I should have really came down on you before, Carolyn, about defending Sherry Kay. And Carolyn, I'm telling you right now, that woman doxed an innocent man. If you remember David L. Brady, she was threatening me, thinking I was David L. Brady, and she was going to try to get me fired from the New York City Department of Sanitation. Carolyn, to be free. You know, and that's not a fucking Carolyn. That is not a fucking made up story. That happened, Carolyn. And Sherry Kay can go fuck herself. She's a bad person. I don't care what you say. I'm sorry you're friends with her. She's a terrible person, and shame on you for sticking up for that woman. Shame on you.
Well,
Don't say it was 2 years ago.
Well, hey, wasn't Sherry Kay a school teacher?
I don't know what the fuck she was. Yeah, someone accused her of molesting kids at a fucking Catholic school or something. Fuck you, Sherry Kay. You know what? I believe it. I believe it. Tremendous fucking cunt. Tremendous. And you know what? You know what, Carolyn, to be free? We don't know if that guy ever got fucking fired because of her. We have no idea.
Okay, let me tell you a story about Sherry Kay. You probably already know it, but I'm just going to tell it briefly, and you can tell me what your diagnosis, like a Dr. Phil type thing. So basically, when I first met Sherry Kay, the first time I ever met her, guess what? Like literally the first time I had ever talked to her on a panel, she goes on and on. She immediately says, "You want to know the truth about what I think about you?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess." And she goes, "I think you are the most beautiful man I've ever seen. I love you so much. I'm like, my heart is throbbing." And I go, "What the fuck? Like, are you?" I swear to God, she did that. And then I rejected her, and ever since then, she claims she hated me.
She's a bitch, dude. She's the biggest bitch I've ever met in my life. She supposedly hired a private investigator to hunt me down. You realize that, right? Like, what a psychotic fucking cunt.
You know why she did it, though, is because she wanted your dick that bad. Nobody would do that
Probably.
if they wanted your dick
Probably.
that bad. And, dude, now Charlotte W will deny it now, but I have to quickly say this, and I'm not going to go and diss her because I know you like her and all this or whatever. Y'all are friends or whatever. I'm just saying. A couple of months ago, me, you, and her were on a live stream. And she was going on and on about, "Please, Noodles, come and meet me." And you're like, "No, look, if you ever came here, I'll take you out and treat you well, but I'm not going to come all the way there and see you." She's begging. And I was sitting there trying to hit on her. This is months ago,
Yeah.
So, and she's rejecting the shit out of me. And I got really mad at her and started, hating on her, whatever. But this is what happened. And so she was denying, though, "Oh, I never liked Noodles, Pete. We've never had anything together." She was begging you for dick 2 months ago. 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah. That her and Captain Sparrow. And Captain Sparrow's like, "Oh, we had a thing. Fucking thing with you. You listen, this is what these women do, all right? Yeah. They try to go out, they try to hit on every fucking guy. And I don't know who sends them out to do this shit, but it's obviously orchestrated. Because Captain Sparrow went after John Camillo. I don't know if you remember that.
I heard
Captain Sparrow was telling, Captain Sparrow was saying, "Oh, I remember her back in the day. Oh, she was calling me daddy. She's like, 'I'll let you put it in my butt, daddy.'" Whatever. I'm thinking to myself, like, ew.
No, dude. Let me tell you, the first time I ever saw her, the first time you ever saw her, it was together. And she came in and said, "I like to get butt fucked." And I said, "What?" And immediately she was gross. But up until she had said that, I thought, "Oh, she's got a nice looking picture. She's a pretty girl," because she used to come in my shit all the time. But then she turned into like that. But look, I still like her and think she's all right. But apparently you have more. I didn't get close to her. She tried that shit hitting on me last year on her live stream, and I basically didn't even give a fuck because I was so turned off by women because of what Liz did last summer that I didn't even really give it. I didn't even respond. It didn't make me feel blushing or anything shit like that.
You want to know something? I never said this, but the reason why I never really said anything to her or whatever. She looks exactly like my sister. Exactly like
Dude,
my
I
sister.
hate that shit. I hate
Yeah,
when
dude. I
women
was
look
like,
like this.
telling me, calling me daddy, you putting your podcast, get out of here.
I
But
hate
anyway,
Abby doing that too about the call me daddy shit. I hate that daddy shit.
so gross. You know who does it? Fucking Puerto Ricans. Dude, Puerto Ricans in the Northeast, Poppy this, Poppy that, Poppy, and they're calling you daddy.
No.
I hate that. And they're like full-grown men calling me daddy. Oh, it's respect. It's a form of respect. Get out of here. Fucking
Hey,
call me
Carolyn,
daddy.
why is Carolyn hating on you so bad? She's going, you are sad noodles just for views, and then you got Bodder under a fake account here. But when Anderson needs content so bad, he's willing to go up on someone's panel. He does. I like noodles. What are you talking about? I promoted him all day for 5 hours. You don't even know me.
Carolyn, listen, Carolyn. I'm telling you right
Bobby
now, Carolyn.
Julo.
Karen, let me tell you something. If I did what your fucking boyfriend Bobby did when he fucking went after JT the farmer with his gherkin and saying, "Oh, you want to see my gherkin, JT?" The fucking 9-year-old boy. If I did that to your son or anyone like that, you'd have a big fucking problem with that fucking Carolyn. A big problem. And so would Sherry Kay. And God forbid I ever fucking hired a private investigator to follow you around. What the fuck? You would go to the fucking cops. Don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit. These are terrible fucking people. Terrible fucking people. I've met the people here, Carolyn, are way better than those people at the fucking the fake hobo community or whatever the fuck the fake camping community.
Okay, now look, Noodles, I have a problem with what Carolyn's doing right now. She had her opinion, right? And now you're giving yours and she's running away and saying, okay, fine, bye, I'm leaving, guys. So see,
Yeah, Carolyn,
that's
no one needs you.
yeah. No,
Carolyn, you know what? You're very
no.
close to death, Carolyn. You go spend the rest of your life fucking staring at the clouds like you did every fucking morning on your live streams, Carolyn. No one needs you here. Don't come here. Don't spend the rest of your days fucking on this channel.
I don't know, Phantom. What's with the letter K after all these women's fucking names, dude?
Carolyn's in her fucking twilight years, fucking defending Sherry the cunt K on the Noodles 1980 channel. So stupid. I don't need your
I
shit,
know
Carolyn.
Carolyn. Look, I've had a great relationship with Carolyn traditionally. She knows that I truly care about women and other humans, and I'm not an abusive person or anything, and I don't take advantage of people. So, and I've always enjoyed Carolyn to be free. But you've made new statements about her that I never knew before, which was that you're claiming, or you did claim. I don't even know if I should even say it again. I don't know if you want to say it in front of her, but you did say this publicly, so I guess I can re-say it. That you said she might have been on drugs at some time.
Oh, absolutely. Carolyn, listen, whatever, you know what happened to her? Her
What?
kids were driving her around. They on the high, like in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? This is a true story. They got fed up with this woman. They kicked her out of the fucking car in the middle of nowhere on the fucking highway. Carolyn,
Right?
that happened.
I know. I heard the story. I remember.
Because you're psychotic, Carolyn. You're psychotic.
Look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. There's been many mornings back in the old days before I was in the morning show game where I would wake up and watch Carolyn to be free in the morning, So I have a lot of, respect and admiration for her. She is very calm, but I don't know, man. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. Carolyn, whatever. Henderson wouldn't come on this panel if he was sincere. He compromises himself for all these people he doesn't even get along with. No, here's what the thing is, dude, is that I'm always sitting in this game saying nobody does nothing, and Noodles is always like, I got this idea, and I'm thinking to myself, I gotta start trying to go with his ideas because he's trying to make this bigger and better. He's not trying to, be like Bergs and basically just be a selfish little fucking nobody and make his little measly $300 a month. You're right, dude. I'm making Midwest dollars. I need that New York money.
Yeah, dude.
You're right.
I'm telling you. I could spend $300 a day.
Dude, Noodles.
This guy's waiting for it all month.
Noodles, let me tell you something. I was with Molasses Murphy for about okay, so she got here at like, I let her in at like 5 in the morning, but she got here early. So she was here at like 5 in the morning and she left, I guess she was there that day and left later that night, like after midnight to go to California or whatever. In that amount of time, I spent well over $400 on us drinking booze and other things and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she told me you took care of her.
Dude,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying, like, so it's like these other people think they're balling or they're so stuck on the 300. Dude, you have no idea how like the big ballers in this game are living. You all don't even fucking know. And that wasn't my money, dude. Like, I financed that with fucking contributions to the Henderson Foundation at the time. That foundation, I had to shut it down because people were trying to make false accusations. So I just shut it down and said whatever. But you know, look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. When you're playing at the highest level, you get perks, lots and lots of perks.
You know, and Carolyn, listen, I'm just telling you, you know, you don't want me on your channel. That's fine. That's fine. Because all your fucking faggot friends can't fucking handle it. They can't handle it. And for all the 3 fucking people that come to your fucking live stream, I don't know what the fuck they're giving you. I don't know what, you know, whatever, Carolyn, whatever. But you know what? You come on here, I never fucking block you. Never block you. And you're fucking bothering me about this cunt, Sherry K. Who, Carolyn, what don't you understand about this woman?
You know. Well, all I know, man, is that when I remember this very vividly. I saw the video of Sherry K sitting there with Mick Nutt, who lives near me. He's about an hour away from me down the Ohio River. And he was sitting there saying sexual jokes to a boy that was less than 10, 10 at the most, probably 8. Okay. He was no 13-year-old, bro. And he was small and he was like a little fucking boy. And he was sitting there saying jokes about if you bend over, something about a honey bun, and I'll get your honey bun or something. And I'm sitting there, and Sherry K sat there and did not say a fucking word. Now, if she is a school teacher, that is very alarming. That is very alarming.
No shit, man. No shit. And Carolyn pretended like it never happened. Like it never fucking happened. And again, if I did something like that, Carolyn would be like, oh my God, Noodles is the worst. Carolyn, that fucking cunt just sat there and did nothing. And when that fucking little brat was fucking questioned about it, he goes, oh, I don't care. He goes, I own guns. If Bobby tried doing anything to me, I'd shoot him.
Okay, well, I mean, dude.
What a bunch of fucking losers.
Look, you're right. And do you remember that other guy that his mother threatened to kill you? That fucking gang member, fat ass, that guy. Remember him? Come on, you know who I'm talking about. The fucking, do you know what I'm talking about?
You want me to say David?
No. I mean, do you know who I'm talking about? That guy from the redneck community that they were using they were paying him a lot for a while, and he was dependent on it. He's so obese, and his mother, he lived with his.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah,
Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
So,
yeah,
dude,
Steve.
I've been threatened. I've been threatened so many times with so many people, and the reason why I thought you.
But no. When that happened, it was big because that was the first time that it was like really like he had connections in gangs, and you're like, wait, he can actually call people and maybe get them to come to your house because he was actually in a real gang.
Yeah, and here's the thing. These people are the biggest scumbags, like scum of the earth. They're all unemployed. This guy, this fucking fat motherfucker, Steve, right? All he did was complain about his grandmother. He actually said, I would kill her if I could. I hate that woman so god. They're living in her fucking house. The deadbeat mother and that fat fucking retarded kid.
They're biting the hand.
And they're plotting on killing the fucking grandmother. It's her fucking house. These are Carolyn to be free's fucking loser friends. Carolyn, you're a fucking loser because you hang out with fucking losers.
Yeah, you know what? And in her mind, she may rationalize it that she's the one good one that's going to save the rest and show them the righteous path. You know, she might be thinking like that.
This is what always bothered me about these stupid fucking low life losers in that fucking community. And the only one that's gonna get a fucking pass are actually two fucking guys, Mach 1 and fucking Pickerick. I'll never say anything bad about those two guys, but fucking Grizz running around fucking probably molesting his fucking daughter. He's got fucking plexiglass for fucking windows. He's kind of. There's always, dude. The guy. I'm telling you. What a bunch of fucking weird. Carolyn. They're fucking losers.
Okay.
And they all fucking blamed me, Carolyn. They all blamed me.
Well, Noodles, let me say something about Big Steve for Carolyn. You know what? He's definitely headed to being one of them 800-pound dudes that they can't fit out the door, so they have to cut the wall out. It's going to be on the news and shit.
I'm surprised that guy's not dead. I'm surprised he's not fucking dead.
No, I mean, I don't want anyone to die, but look, man, I mean, everybody, go subscribe to Henderson. My boy Noodles 1980's got everything on lock. He's spearheading a new huge project that I'm totally on board with. And we're going to make some big things happen. We're going to make everybody a lot of money, as I always have. My son always has. And at the end of the day, man, this is high-level content. We're doing stuff that friends couldn't offer you. We're giving you storylines and soap operas that are real. Like, this is our real lives, too. It's not just this bullshit horseplay. Like, so, I mean, like, you all are seeing
this
stuff.
This is behind the scenes. Yeah, it's behind the scenes.
Noodles, right, it is behind the scenes. Noodles, let me tell you something, bro. Do you know, we know this, we know it, but everyone will try to fucking say, oh, you all shut the fuck up, like quit acting like that. But no, this is the truth. You know how hard it is to find people that will do what me and you do? They won't do it, Noodles. They won't do what we do.
I know.
And it's
so
high
here's
time.
The thing, man.
Yeah.
Dude, they're 40-something people watching, right?
Yeah.
The same 3 people are commenting. There's so many scared people here, dude. They're scared because they don't want to be they don't want to be swatted. They don't want to be doxxed. They don't want to be yelled at. They don't want to whatever. Listen, I'm not coming for anyone, all right? You can come for me. Go ahead. I'm not coming for anyone.
Okay, well, here's what happened tonight. I was supposed to come on here. The name of the stream is Henderson versus Brian Bushfamily. Guess what happened again? Like always with my fights. What happened?
Carolyn, Carolyn, you know what's gonna handle you? Time. You are on death's door. You're an old fucking lady. You live alone, Carolyn. You live alone in the fucking trailer. You're a loser too. You're a loser too. You've done nothing with your life. Your kids don't even want to fucking deal with you. Don't come back here ever again. I don't want you back here.
No, wait. Let me say something. Don't leave just yet. If you want to leave, you can, but let me say something. I think, for what it's worth, I'm just going to play devil's advocate. I think that she lives in a very clean-looking area environment, and whether it's a trailer or not, it's a very clean, nice, kept-up trailer. It looks like a brand new one, actually. So I have a high respect for her. I don't think she's low class, but you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's my opinion.
Carolyn, you sound like a fucking old witch. What did you do to yourself? And then you go meet Bobby McNutt? And you stay in a fucking hotel room with him overnight? What a slut. What a slut. And that guy's the most disgusting man I think I've ever seen in my life.
Well, what's that, Pete? She said FYI.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, man, you look, Noodles, you know this, right? A lot of women, they respond much more, to people who are negative to them than to anyone that's going to give them a compliment and look for the good in them. They're gonna wait till someone disses them and then they're gonna respond.
Anderson,
to that.
this has been sitting inside me for a very long time with these fucking losers. Fucking losers. You know what? These motherfuckers, Anderson, they told me, oh, you're fucking nothing, Noodles. You're fucking nothing. Well, guess what, Carolyn? The only reason why anyone knows who you are is because Anderson talks about you. No one goes to your fucking channel. You know what? Fuck Glenda. That woman was a fucking cunt. I don't wish death on her, but you know what? Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? She was a fucking unbelievable fucking cunt. I'm sorry.
Oh god damn
It wasn't elegant homestead. It was elegant outhouse. She was a piece of trash.
Well, you're only as good as the company you keep, so if she was with Big Nut overnight, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one, Carolyn.
I didn't like any of you fucking people except for fucking Rick and fucking Mock. Those were the only guys that everyone else over there was fucking out of their mind. They're out of their mind. And even that guy fucking Cliff Note fucking Madison or whatever. Go fuck yourself, Cliff. Fucking pussy.
Right. Oh, I feel you, Holmes. I feel you, Noodles. They are father fuckers, Noodles. They fuck their fathers?
You know what? Glenda wasn't a very good woman, Carolyn, to be free. You don't fucking know that. You didn't know Glenda. She wasn't good to me. She was a fucking cunt. She treated me like shit.
Yeah.
So don't tell me, fucking Carolyn. You don't know anything about it. And to this day, Carolyn, I never got an apology from any of you. Any of you fucking losers. You want to talk about slander? You guys accused me for 2 fucking years of committing felonies. You guys can all drop dead. And Carolyn, I really hope, I seriously, I hope that you have a pleasant final fucking twilight years of your life or whatever. But Carolyn, you know what? I'll never forgive any of you. I'll never forgive any of you. You want to know why you guys got mad at me? Because I told you the truth. And you didn't fucking like it. And you guys ran around, you hired private investigators, and then you fucking doxed an innocent man. You guys are all fucking scumbags. All of you. And if I ever find out that guy actually got fired, Carolyn, you guys are gonna get sued. You guys are the biggest fucking scumbags. Biggest fucking scumbags.
Right.
Botter, listen. Botter, you led these people. You made it sound like you were fucking like, you were their friends and you were giving them information and shit like that. Yeah, you tricked them, Botter. Good. Ha ha ha. But I'm telling you right now, Botter, they fucking doxed an innocent man. An innocent man because of you. And that fucking cunt, Sherry K, hopefully she was lying. Hopefully she was lying about knowing the person that fucking does the hiring at the NYC Department of Sanitation. But if she wasn't and that guy was fucking fired, I want to find that guy, David L. Brady. And tell him what you guys fucking did. And then I want to find out who the fuck that woman was who would have fired that guy. Because Sherry K asked for a fucking favor. And then I want to see how rich Sherry K really is. Get the fuck out of here, Carolyn. Fucking weirdos, man. Dude, I'm telling you, these people aren't good people.
Now let me ask
was
you.
Right about these people.
You don't mean Kimberly Starr, do you? When you say she thinks you might mean her, I don't think so.
No, Carolyn. I'm sorry, Carolyn.
Yeah, Carolyn.
Sorry.
No, we love Kimberly Starr. She's great.
Yes, Kimberly Starr is the best.
These people over here you're dealing with, they seem like they're just a pack of rats.
They are, dude. They were the worst. Botter was right about them. I remember being like, Botter, why don't you leave them alone? He's like, no, they're scumbags. He knew about these people. I didn't know anything about them, dude. I didn't know anything about them. They were all ripping each other off. They were all ripping each other off. Scam after scam on each other. I had fucking Life with Linda threatening Pickerick with fraud because she didn't get her fucking honey dipper from Pickerick. This is how fucking pathetic and weak these people were. Bunch of scumbags, dude.
Wait, say that again. She didn't get that from Pickerick, and she did what because of it?
Dude, you guys, Pickerick, man. Pickerick was giving away these honey dippers, right, as prizes.
Mm-hmm.
Life with Linda supposedly won. She never received the honey dipper. So Sherry Kay on Rick's channel, right, brought up the fact that Life with Linda hasn't been a fucking nurse for a very long time, and she probably doesn't know everything. She probably practiced old medicine.
Well, nurses don't.
Life with
really
Linda got
anyway.
Oh my dude, Life with Linda got so mad. She goes, I can't believe that he allowed her to see that. I'm like, Linda, calm down. Calm down. Then all of a sudden, he never sent me that honey dipper. He never sent me that honey dipper. I'm gonna report him for fraud. Dude, I'm telling you, these people are fucked up. They're all white trash, dude. They're all white trash.
Andrew S., welcome to the show tonight. We're having a hell of a good time over here at Noodles show tonight. Stumpy, what's up? So yeah, I mean, look, dude, that it just sounds like it sounds like I had heard of other communities like this, not quite that one, but there's other communities where they're all letting each other borrow $5 every day, and it's like I let her borrow $5, they let me borrow $5, and I owe him $5, and she owes her. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of little,
Dude,
and then like
that was Life with Linda and Shrey. And Life with Linda would, dude, I'm telling you, Life with Linda would fucking give him $20 for a $25 gift certificate to fucking Applebee's. You know what I mean? Like pathetic shit like that. Pathetic shit like that. Did you see what happened to Stray, by the way?
No, what happened?
Funny. So you know how his life was changing like last year, and he moved in with his son.
Yeah.
So his son beats him up. This happened last week.
His son beat him up and did what?
His son beats him up and fucking took his EBT card and ripped it apart.
Wait, what do you do with the EBT card?
His son fucking took his EBT card and tore it in half so he couldn't use it. And Straight posted the video.
He posted it on himself, making his dysfunctional family public.
Dude, these people are all white trash, dude. They're such trash. These people are such fucking trash.
Hey, man, he stole his food stamps and burned them like the Joker in the Dark Knight.
George who?
Look, dude, I really like that guy. I thought he was funny, but look, anytime I ever gave him money, I said, "You don't owe me back, dog. It's all good." So I never expected to get the money back. Like,
you know what's fucked up? I actually offered him all that money that I got for the donations when I was monetized. First I offered it to Rick, and Rick goes, "No." He's like, "Give it to Stray. Stray needs it, right?" So I contact Stray, and Stray is like, he's like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Why don't you donate it somewhere?" I'm like, "All right, where do you want me to donate it to?" He's like, "I don't know." He's just like a slow idiot. That guy. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, dude, I had a couple $100 there.
Right. Well, look, man. I mean, maybe he didn't. Were you requiring him to publicly accept it, or to make a big, or were you just gonna like give it to him and tell people without him having to actually promote it, or?
I think he came up on panel one time, and I said, "Hey, dude, like, Pickerick doesn't want this. I want to give it to you," and he denied it. He told me to donate it. It was just, I don't know. It was just really weird. So,
I mean, maybe it's a pride thing. He didn't want to take money from you or something. I don't know.
yeah. But anyway, yeah. So now he's living in a motel supposedly, and he's asking people for money because he can't spend another night there.
Oh, so now he's back out to e-begging again. Look, man, I
Yeah.
mean, look, it's just like some of these people that live like that, they're not going to stop. So if you're going to finance it, then you're really just financing that lifestyle. And I can't, at the age I'm at now, what I've learned, especially in the past few years, I cannot finance this type of lifestyle. And we know, like, that maybe he likes to go to a bar every now and again.
What the fuck was that?
Well, I've been pregnant twice, and both times I found out through dollar store pregnancy tests, so I think they're legit. There you go, Pete. Cliff Note
Wait,
Madison
what?
too. What's up? She said she's using dollar store pregnancy tests. As long as my period is missing, I'll keep taking them. Good job, Pete. That's a good thing. Jerry Vollmer, Pete.
Yeah.
Let's just hope the baby has your supermodel looks.
She got very mad at me today. Very mad at me today. And yeah, so like, dude, I was sick, and when I'm sick, I'm just like very uncomfortable. Whatever. I can't have conversations like with about certain things because I'll get frustrated, right? So I avoided the conversation, and it was just very. I shouldn't have done that, Pete. I'm sorry, but I told you the reason why, Pete, and I don't want to. You're Pete. You're on the other side of the fucking country, all right? And I don't want to come across as a jerk. And I wanted to keep my mouth shut, and I didn't want to. I don't want to ruin anything, so I'm sorry, Pete. Sorry. Very mad at me. That was a real shady deal that just went down. Cop gets out of the car, right? There's a car parked next to me. And now they're following each other. Cop gets out of the car, parks at the end of the fucking parking lot, gets in the car, walks up to the other person that's parked in the car. The person gives them a card. The cop grabs it really quick, goes in the store, and then comes out with a bag of something, like a yellow bag, hands it to that person, and then they both take off. And now they're in another parking lot. What the fuck? I'm gonna go see what's going on. They did something fucking weird.
Huh.
I'm gonna check this out.
I don't know. Maybe it's candy in the bag.
No, they're doing something. I think they're setting up a business or something for see it like when they set up Bergs. When they set up Bergs for that sting. Look, now they're fucking parked back there. What the fuck? Maybe they're just gay. It was a chick cop and a chick in a car. Well, check this out. Look,
Yeah.
they're parked. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there.
Yeah.
That was really weird.
Ooh, a chick cop.
Yeah, we can't talk about chicks. Pete's gonna get mad. Do you find female police officers attractive? Like if a female police, like I wonder if Anderson would have acted that way if it was a female police officer, a bunch of female police officers that came to his apartment. Like would he have fought them? Would he have given them a hard time? I don't think so. Noodles, go make a citizen's arrest. I don't really know what happened there. That was really weird. What could have been in that fucking bag? Defunded police officers having to moonlight as drug dealers. Yeah, but she went into a 7-Eleven, got something, and came out. Very fucking weird. Hands against the wall, fucko. That's right. Yeah, but seriously, would Anderson have acted the same way? Those cops, if they were females? I don't think so. I think he would have been. I think it would have been more pleasant. Anderson would have accused them of conspiring to kill someone. I don't know if it was female cops. If it was like hot female cops, I don't think he would have done that. I'll leave so you can talk about chicks. Bye, guys. No, Pete, I was kidding, Pete. No one's talking about chicks. But anyway, guys, please subscribe to Anderson Henderson. He's back. We don't know for how long. Hopefully, there's the link. Hopefully he can post that Gaddafi video soon, and we can all laugh hysterically at it. Anyway, guys, great show. We almost did 3 hours. Brian Bushfamily pussied out. I swear to God, I asked the guy to come up. He said he was going to. He said he was going to confront Anderson. It never happened. So Brian Bushfamily, boo. I would go to Brian Bushfamily and confront Brian Bushfamily if he's live right now, and say, "Why didn't you go to Noodles?" He pushed out big time, big time. So would you have freaked out on those cops if they were females?
Probably not. I mean, I've seen quite a few attractive female cops at some times. So I don't know. I might have not. But I don't know. Probably not.
All right. Well, are you going live tonight? You gonna post that video or what?
No, I'm not going live tonight. It's too late now. I've already been live for many, many hours today. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the morning show, depending on the weather.
Okay.
Hey, Denise.
Right,
Yeah, man, great show. You did a great job, and I appreciate it. It's all good, man. Good stuff.
So, guys, please subscribe to Anderson. Post the link again. He's doing some great stuff. I really wish he would post that Gaddafi video so everyone can laugh at it. But there's a link to his channel. I'm sorry about Brian Bushfamily. He never showed up. So, yeah. Cliff note. You know what? Cliff note. You know what? You enabled a fucking man to drink like an asshole, almost drink himself to death. All right. So let me tell you something. You suck. You're a scumbag. I don't care if you're a machinist or not. You're another white trash. Congratulations on almost killing Bobby McNutt. You fucking loser. Anyway, Anderson, thank you very much. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully you go live tomorrow morning. If you do go live tomorrow morning, is it gonna be an early one?
Yeah, you know what? I might actually go live tonight.
Awesome, guys. Please subscribe to Anderson so you can see him go live tonight. Maybe he'll show you the Gaddafi video. I really think he should.
I'll think about it. But anyway. Thank you. I appreciate you. The best of the game. Thank you, sire.
All right, guys. See you later.